So Ramiro, what was your announcement?
Let's go.
Okay. Let's go. Hello and welcome to the Shower Productions Anime Podcast, Episode 7. Carlos is dying. That's the title.
Why is he clapping?
He's just happy to be back.
Yeah,
He
we're
pulled
back
up. He pulled
after
up.
a bit of a hiatus because some of us got really busy.
Yeah.
So I'm Matt.
I'm Ramiro.
I'm Tanner.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Carlos. I'm dying of laughter right now.
Because he just
He's
pulled
dying.
up.
We might need a new
Let's
member soon.
go.
Let's go.
Send in your
So
application.
how is everyone doing? Like any major announcements? Anything you want to share with the class?
Yeah, yesterday, I was supposed to fix the water pump in my truck, and the AC unit, the AC compressor went out,
Ooh.
and I had to get a new one. So we spent all day working on my truck. So it was pretty
Put
fun.
that on credit?
Credit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Credit.
No, I just went to the shop and be like, "Let's go." I pull up.
Well, why don't you just become your car? Just transform.
Oh yeah, because I am a convertible. I pull up.
Sorry,
no
anyone
one
else
else,
want to share?
Watching this is. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Watching this was a struggle, not only because I was not feeling it, but also I was being swamped with a bunch of stuff I gotta do for work.
Yeah.
Like for example, Monday and Tuesday I gotta do an online class on food safety and then take a test the next day.
No fun.
So I've been studying for that too while trying to pay attention to this. So
But you gotta watch Mayo Chiki, man.
Best anime in 2011.
Oh god.
The one anime so far that I did not agree with.
Hey man, it was rated 7.9 too, man.
So
On my anime list.
yeah, today we are reviewing Mayo Chiki.
Oh boy.
We took
we
a
felt
poll.
some pressure or difficulty watching it.
I didn't. I loved it.
Okay,
Except Ramiro, who suggested it.
Hey, I tell you what. The reason I like it
Keep going.
is because it's
I mean,
okay.
we'll get there in more detail, but
Well,
tell
no,
us
I'm,
right
just,
now.
I'm just gonna say, like, in general, it's just like, yes, it's not a masterpiece. It's not anything great. It didn't just do anything revolution or anything. It's full of gimmicks and it's funny. And those gimmicks, I love those gimmicks. You know, it's pretty funny.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's
You know,
fair.
it's kinda
I'm not saying
funny.
it's like top 10. Like it's gotta be number one. Like intermission.
It's kind of
series
funny though
universe.
because we're brothers, and I did not. I have the opposite, like to those genres. He
Well,
likes.
what you said, no, you told me before you hate harems, and then the next thing I hate this kind of anime.
Just because I hate the cliche of
What is
embarrassing
Patrick
being black
Star
man.
now?
It's Patrick
I hate the
Stone.
cliche
Sounded like
of like,
Patrick
oh,
Stone.
I'm a black man, you're doing this, and now you gotta be friendly and all that.
We'll
and
get
that.
there.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. If you guys want to know how we started, we took a poll. It was this one, Samurai Champloo, was it? And Cowboy Bebop.
That was a different poll that I made to try and decide what my personal pick would be that we would decide on.
But no, those were the ones that were there, and everybody voted for Mayo Chiki.
No. You're saying the poll you're talking about was for him, just for him only.
yeah,
And
that
then
was a different poll. The other poll was us deciding what we're gonna do, and I suggest everyone. We had like 3 suggestions, and Mayo Chiki was the one that won.
And then it was Ego Proxy. That was the
Ego Proxy was the runner-up, which we will do. We will do next time. Sorry, Tanner's having a bit of a fit over there.
well, tell us what's going
I'm
on.
good.
Ah.
Okay,
You guys want
so-
some
You know what will make you feel better?
What?
Some facts.
Oh.
There's some fat.
Oh,
Whoa,
yeah.
hold on there. I don't think you can handle these facts.
Yeah,
Oh,
these facts. You can't handle
You
the
can't-
truth.
Oh
Yeah,
well.
you can.
Dies, but okay.
Oh okay.
Oh wow.
Mayo Chiki is based off the light novel by Hajime Asano. It had 12 volumes that ran from November 2009 to July 2012.
I'm not gonna lie. When I watched the series the first time, I wanted to buy the light novel after.
Oh boy.
There's actually a manga too.
Yeah, that's usually what happens, but its original source material is light novel.
Yeah.
The anime ran from July 7th, 2011 to September 29th, 2011 by Studio Feel.
What else have they done?
They did the first season of Origairu.
Oh,
Really?
Yes, that's like the
Well,
most
some people
thing I
know-
know them best for.
Some people might know what that title is, man.
My teen romantic comedy as long as I expected.
Oh, there you go.
Snafu.
I know it's long.
Snafu.
Let's go.
Some of the other anime to come out around the same time were Yuri, which if you haven't seen or don't know the name of, you've probably seen a clip of it because if If you've ever seen that clip where it's like the girls go back and forth, it's like coffee and green
Oh,
tea.
yes. I always
That's
quote
what
that.
that's from.
Oh, okay.
Coffee,
Coffee,
green tea.
Y'all.
The Mystic Archives of Deltalion also came out around that time.
I still have your
Yes,
DVD.
which is like a underrated series that a lot of us here like.
I never seen it.
Never seen it.
That's
bring
because
it back.
y'all are under a rock.
Because I just
It's,
pulled up.
it's not well known. The movie from Up on Poppy Hill, which is it's a Studio Ghibli film, came out around that time.
I haven't seen
That's the one I always meant to see.
Coming from the guy that's like, I'm so in love with Disney. I love.
Well, I don't
Mickey
think that
Mouse.
one was published by Disney. I think the last one they did was Ponyo. I
Yeah,
think
that
was-
sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
And
Studio Ghibli
another
Cartoons
one to come out
Japanese.
around that time was Usagi Drop or Bunny Drop. And if you know about that one.
I don't know what it
I
is.
don't know.
Explain, Matt.
Oh
no.
I look
no!
up Bunny Drop.
Don't make me.
Just tell me. Is it like
I'm just
a
gonna
mature
assume we're
audience or what?
innocent if we don't know what it is.
Innocent.
To a point.
Nice.
A bit of spoilers for Usagi Drop then.
You can just tell me what genre it is.
It's a mostly wholesome slice of life.
Is
But
there
if,
nudity?
no, but
Okay, then what are you making it sound bad? Because you make these faces whenever there's nudity involved.
oh no, well we'll get there.
Y'all,
We'll get there, boy.
y'all need to grow up.
Oh, basically,
Desensitized.
the plot of Usagi Drop is there's a guy in his 30s. His grandfather passes away. He goes to the funeral. He sees a kid playing.
Oh no, I know which one he's talking about.
Thank you.
Oh.
He sees a kid playing like in the corner by himself. They're like, hey, who's that? And like, oh, that was your grandfather's secret love child with the maid. We don't know what to do with her. So he's like, I need like direction in my life. So a child's the best thing. So he takes her in. And pretty much, it becomes her father. The majority of the anime is that it's like a wholesome thing of like, she's the daughter, he's the father. He's trying to be a good parent kind of thing. The problem is that it's based off a manga, and the manga at the end of it, when she graduates high school, she wants to get with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like actually get with him. And at this point, we believe her to be his aunt
Oh.
because it's his grandfather's daughter. And it turns out that not to be the case. Like her mom lied, I'm guessing. I don't know the details, I just know the bad part of it. And even despite that, even though he literally raised her, in the end, it's presumed that they do in fact get together.
But
So,
if they're not
we're-
related, it doesn't matter, right?
He raised her, and he's
Shrek
like
rated X.
25 years older than her.
That doesn't make it okay, yeah.
Well, we all know what kind of person Tanner is.
He's like,
Anyway,
he's
more
very
facts.
he's a
one.
Shrek kind of guy.
I'm sorry. When I look up to see what animes came out around the same time, and I saw Usagi Drop there, I was like, oh my god, I have to put that on the list because I was watching it when it came out way back then,
Oh,
and it
really?
was like I was enjoying it and liking it. I was looking up stuff about it, and I was like, oh, what's this forum talking about it? And it told me that,
Oh.
so it made me hard. It made it hard to enjoy.
I'm glad you changed that.
It made it hard to enjoy the end of the anime because then I knew what happened.
Yeah.
And then Tanner enjoyed it after.
It made it hard.
Yes.
So let me ask you this: what was the popular song at the time?
Well, I'm getting there.
Oh.
I got him, man. Don't worry.
I need those facts.
The number one movie on the day that the first episode of Mayo Chiki came out, at least in the
America.
U.S., was Transformers: Dark of the Moon.
Oh shit!
One I never saw.
Yeah,
Really?
same.
Really?
I never saw
I
it either.
only saw the first
Two.
3. And
That's
I
the Dark
think.
One's the third one.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dark Moon's the third one.
I might have just seen the first 2.
Because
That.
that's the one with Prime's all Optimus Prime. I'm a Prime as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm betraying and kill Iron
I only
Man.
saw that one.
movies.
Sorry, spoilers. Even though for a
It's
10-year-old
10
movie.
years old.
The number one movie of that year of 2011 was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
I don't care.
Ooh,
Spoilers
that
for all I
too.
don't
Oh,
care.
Spoiler
the number
alert.
one song
Professor
of the
Snape?
day that the first episode of Mayo Chiki came out was "Rolling in the Deep" by Adele.
Don't spoil that song for me. I don't care.
The number one song of that year was also "Rolling in the Deep" by Adele.
Ooh.
But other popular songs at the time were "Firework" by Katy Perry and "Grenade" by Bruno Mars.
John.
And right now, I'd like to do just a special thank you to Danny Ray Paz, who was the first person to ever comment on one of our videos.
Oh, cool.
Yes,
Thank you.
So he
Thank you,
listened
man.
to
Thank
the
you.
Demon Slayer episode while listening or doing his homework.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, there we go. We also have
Thank you,
5
Danny.
subscribers on the YouTube, and I know 2 of them at least are sitting at the table.
Yay.
So the other 3, thank you.
Full of.
You're welcome.
Were you just calling us out?
You called us out?
You called us out?
You're saying we subscribe ourselves?
No, I don't.
Our numbers?
I actually don't want you to, because then
Game
it
the
feels,
algorithm.
would feel
Let's go.
like the progress is
Let's
being made.
go.
It's like I don't follow our Twitter, even though I run the Twitter, because like I feel weird following the Twitter that I made.
That's fair.
Okay, now it's for some call outs. Where's my Monster Hunter?
I have it stacked on his DVD, and
Oh
I
my
keep forgetting to bring it.
You saw it.
I'm like, these two things belong to
And
my
it's
friends.
crazy,
and
like,
Like
Well, I think
Mayo
it's
Chiki.
funny that one time where you were supposed to come and hang out with us, and you were supposed to borrow another DVD, and you never showed up. I was like, man, let me take it. I'll watch it.
yeah.
And because when I
I'm not
saw
getting
like
it back
when
right
Mystic
away.
Archives came out on that time, I was like, "Do I have that?" And I looked at my shelf. I was like, "It's not here. I remember getting the DVD."
No, yeah, it's because I've had it for like ever.
Don't worry,
God,
folks.
how
We
long
will
now?
talk about Mayo Chiki soon.
Yes.
We'll talk about it right now. So, your first thoughts, Tanner.
4 years,
I like
maybe
it.
now.
I'm so
All right. Tell us, Tanner. How'd you feel about it?
Okay, like
Mixed.
general feeling, because I do have like notes on each episode.
Shoot, those notes are
Yeah.
small.
Let's
Well, I didn't want to write a paragraph about this thing, so let's just
You look like one of
let's-
those fan toxic
let's
fans. on there.
no, I'm not. Like, let's go around the table and just general feeling,
All right,
since you've been
give
called
it a
out,
point.
Tanner.
We want to call me out?
Yeah, I called you out. You
Okay.
You
did.
know what? Let's start with the guy who recommended.
No,
We'll get to him last,
no.
and we'll clockwise.
He already knows what he thinks. He wants to
Okay.
know what we think. And
Okay,
the
Tanner, go.
viewers want to know. Or listeners, I should say. So it was hard to get into. I do not lie. It was very difficult. But that's because I've been watching a lot of stuff that has substance. I'm not used to watching stuff that is different from that. So this was like a big, from all the things we have been watching, it's super serious. It has a plot, narrative. It's not just daily living, love story, harem, fan service, unnecessarily
Loki just gave
sexual,
Ramiro.
random, no logic, anything. So that's what this show consisted of. It was fun, and like I said, it was just hard. I'm glad it was only 13 episodes because that made me want to finish it. But I slowly fell in love with it. I liked it, but not for what you think. I'm Can I go ahead and just talk about the end real quick?
No, we're gonna get there. We're gonna go episode by episode.
Well, there needs to be more. Can I say that?
Just read the manga. I mean, read the light
For
novel.
those who don't know, it's one of those where you gotta read the light novel for it.
Hey,
to
It's
continue.
also one of those where the last episode really isn't the last episode.
I know. I
It's
was like,
not.
episode 12 felt like the ending.
It is.
and then
They-
it was-
But
That-
that wasn't even really.
That was more of a
Nah,
climax,
I
though.
can't say
But,
anything.
but there are animes where you can tell they intentionally did that because they make the second to last episode the actual ending. And I
Yeah.
think, don't quote me on this, it's usually because they don't know exactly how many episodes or they don't, especially when it's based off something, they don't like insert it right so that it's all even out.
Mm.
So it's just like, well, we have enough for another episode, like boom, just it's essentially an OVA,
Oh, okay.
really.
Yeah.
But that's what it felt like.
I don't know. I just felt like they were planning to have a second season, but it never happened.
Yeah.
They like ending on that, but
Yeah.
most of the time, by the time they start making season 1, they know if season 2 is even going to be a possibility. But they'll sometimes leave it open even still in the
Yeah.
hopes that it'll generate interest.
Yeah.
All right, Brandy.
Okay, so my general thoughts is going into it, it's kind of the type of anime I like, romantic comedy, slice of life. I didn't know it was a harem because I don't think I might have read like what the plot was, but I might have forgotten by the time I actually got to watch it. But yeah, I liked it, but then as it went on, there's just a lot of elements that I'm just like, this is really annoying. But overall, I liked it. There were just a lot in it that I was like, this is really unnecessary.
It wasn't necessary. You just don't understand.
Well, not
I'm just
not
kidding.
that stuff. I understand that stuff, the etchy stuff and all that stuff. That's whatever. It's
I wasn't
like,
talking about the itchy stuff.
oh well.
Did you just single him out?
I'm just kidding here.
But yeah, it was just other things that I'm just like, God, this is so annoying. But like, it was an okay anime. Like I like it, and I don't hate it, but it's definitely not going to be one of my favorites.
Well, that means I gotta know what to get you for Christmas next year.
Oh, Jesus. He's going to get you a figure of him.
A body pillow.
Oh, no.
Oh, what
Oh.
do you think, Carlos?
Well, before I say that, make sure
Don't sound all sad too.
don't get a memory foam pillow and then put the sheet of the
Oh,
character
no.
on there.
Okay.
Because then your girl is going to have to fight with a pillow.
Don't sound all sad.
Well, I mean, if you're lucky, you should.
Oh, you
think
want me
it's a
to? You
dude.
don't want me to sound sad here? I'll go full blown sad.
No.
This anime ruined me.
I hope. Well, I mean,
No,
It was not my cup of tea.
it's not
Okay.
that bad.
It's not bad. It's just literally not the ones I would prefer watching.
Well, see, I thought this would
Yeah,
turn you over,
different.
man.
Because I mean, you're not converting him.
Yeah,
to
well,
love.
no, see, because he has a bunch of etchy figures, etchy wallpaper. So I figured, I have etchy shit. Oh, because
We
you put it on
see
your
your hidden
wallpaper
closet.
sometimes. I mean,
I don't know. Does that look etchy to you?
I mean, if you're desperate enough, maybe.
I mean, does that look etchy enough to you?
If you're desperate enough, maybe.
I mean, on your
Does that look etchy enough
I
to
mean,
you?
on your
Oh
computer.
dang! Look at the curves. Wow, dude, that looks like an ass crack.
Well,
Whoa!
we know what Tanner's
I
into.
mean, coming from the
That's
guy
not my
whose
phone.
favorite anime for a while was called Panty and Stocking.
It was
Different
hilarious,
show.
and I found out the backstory to that, and it was pretty much
Yeah.
the creators watched Drawn Together while they were here, and they're like, "We can do better." And
Yeah,
I'm
the
like, "Shit."
thing with panty and stalking is that panty and stalking is actually funny.
Yeah.
So
All
my
the
my
time.
thoughts now.
That's
I got one
Uh,
more thing to say though.
Okay, sorry.
Wednesday.
I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It was good, but again, there are some things in there that I didn't like. That doesn't fit my cup of tea.
You
But
got like there was a character you liked in there.
yeah, there was. It was what's his face?
His friend.
Zero or
His token other male in class
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah,
it was the black kid.
yeah. There's no black kid.
Okay.
No, it was gonna make everybody want to watch it now. See if they can find him.
Oh, like, in the background, there was
Yeah.
a black guy somewhere. Wow.
Smokey from
No, my
JoJo's?
favorite character
JoJo.
was the bear his sister wrestled.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I was gonna
That
say,
broke her arm.
can't imagine there being one, and like you just didn't know it, but he saw it. It's like, wait a minute, I didn't see him.
It's called Eagle Eye.
It's Smokey.
It's Smokey from JoJo.
Oh,
Before he went to New York.
Okay. My introduction here.
Don't sound sad.
I'll preface this with the thought that if you watch this and you enjoyed it, then I'm not trying to curtail your enjoyment of it. Like, it's one of those cases where you hear it all the time of like, this wasn't made for me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mayo Chiki was not made for me, the current
was it
me.
made for?
Maybe like 11 years ago when I first got into anime me, I would have loved it. Modern me does not like it at all.
I think that
And
might be my
it
problem
hurts
too.
me
it's because you know what it is.
and it makes me mad.
You found out what it is.
Well,
and
even then, like, this genre can be done better and it can be done smarter. And this is just, it was the absolute bare minimum of it's on the verge of parody of anime sometimes,
That's what I felt.
of how cliche parts of it is. So you're gonna hear probably another hour of us ragging on this anime. So if you-
No. Get this straight. Of him.
of
Yes,
both
him.
of us ragging on it.
Ah.
But so if you really love it,
Okay.
take it with a grain of salt and
Yeah.
understand that, like, if you have fond memories of it because you watched it back in the day, or you just like that genre in general, we're not trying to say that you're not allowed to enjoy it.
We're
Yeah.
just
And that's
He,
my-
he only tells me
Enjoy
that.
that.
He calls me human trash because I like
Okay.
it.
Oh no.
But I'm
Oh,
his
first of
friend,
all-
and that's okay.
That's
You
okay.
know
You
that out
guys
of the
aren't
dumpster.
gonna see this.
Because I
But we
pull
are.
up.
Raise your hand if you're indifferent about it.
I'm mixed on it. It's like because like it's
Oh, so you're that mixed Steam reviewer.
but it's because it's like it's in the realm of anime I like, but it's doesn't
like-
meet the mark of the ones that I actually enjoy.
I don't. I
So it's
doubt that it's
borderline.
trying to.
Well, like, I took it like watching.
Yeah.
like,
I don't think it's trying to take itself.
No, that's what I'm
seriously.
saying. I took it like watching the scary movie movies.
Oh.
They're like parody. You're not supposed to take it fucking serious.
I mean,
But I did.
wasn't trying to take it serious.
Matt did.
I was about to
You have
say-
to an extent.
I'll say at the end then.
Okay, do you want to like start like more of like a episode by episode breakdown of it all?
Sure.
Do we?
Or maybe
Can
favorite
we
characters.
even?
Oh, let's talk
favorite
about that opening.
The opening was fine, but it's like
Oh.
I've seen and heard that opening a million times.
Yeah.
Really?
let's
Wait,
talk
that's not
It's like no, I mean not literally, but
No.
it's like it's very
about the
I think
beat.
it's
No, I'll tell you what.
it's
that-
very generic.
I tell you
It's
what, I
very
tell you
by the
what.
book.
It was funny. It's like they used so much characters in
Just
there
like
in
making
that
a
opening
cake.
that like some of them didn't even show up. Like, I don't know if you noticed in the opening, like girl that comes out during like showing all her servants or whatever.
Yeah.
She's never made an appearance once in the anime.
I think
Wait,
they
which
were
one?
around a little bit.
No, like that character never spoke or said anything once. The
Which
one that was
one?
all flimsy.
Oh well, she was just there.
The one at the beginning.
No, like okay, like there's like at the opening, like it
The
shows her.
chef.
It shows Subaru walking in and shows her master drinking, and like you got the chef and you got the other maid and you got a maid that flopped and dropped stuff.
Yeah.
but that character never made it in the anime.
Oh,
They were probably.
I guess I never paid attention to that. I watched the opening once.
They
And
were
skipped
probably
it for
saving
me.
it for another.
I saw it like 3
Forgetting
times.
about launch.
And I was like, that's all I need.
Well, the
I
reason
don't
is
watch
because it's my
stuff.
second time watching. I just noticed. I started picking
Oh,
up things.
that's fair. Yeah.
I skip it.
So
I didn't
basically,
skip it.
our story is about young Jiro,
Chicken.
Chicken Jiro.
Sakamochi chicken.
and he lives with his sister.
Eh,
And their mother
Sorry.
works overseas as a wrestler. And I'll
yeah.
say this right now, and I've noticed this in other animes, and I think it's kind of weird. Like the idea that guys, wrestling isn't real. Like, why are you portraying it as real? And then I was like, that because I always thought that'd be like a cool anime in general, just like behind the scenes of like a wrestling company or something.
What about Olympic wrestling?
It's not that wrestling.
Oh,
It's entertainment.
It's like her mother or their mother is like professional wrestling. So it's like that was weird. Like if you look at like wrestling animes, there's like surprisingly pretty few. There's like the old Tiger Mask, and then like the Who Wants to Be the Strongest in the World. And I remember
That's
seeing a
right,
bit
yeah.
of that, and that one is presented as real.
I
So-
recently watched an isekai where the main character is a wrestler.
I remember that. I don't remember its name, but I know what you're talking about.
So what are you trying to get at with the wrestling thing?
No, I just thought it was like, why do you portray it as real when it's not? Wrestling in general.
Well, I mean, Japan.
It's not real there.
Wow.
this.
I mean, they have strong style, but
Yeah.
that just means that they really hit each other really hard.
Well, I mean, like, then why does Tekken have to make their wrestlers real?
Because that's the video game.
Those are actually
It's
based
an
on
anime!
Yeah, he just made a good point. This is the first, like, what do you call it? First point that there's no logic in the show.
But there's
the
logic.
wrestling moves
Well,
are just
But the
outrageous.
Tekken, there is logic because it's based on actual fighting
Right,
styles.
but it's still fictional
characters.
game.
I didn't even mean to go off on that tangent. It's
Yeah.
just like that's just something I noticed in wrestling.
Yes.
It's almost like a taboo thing to acknowledge that wrestling is entertainment.
Just okay, but think about it like this: they're more open about it now than they were back then.
Yeah.
I mean, the Iron Sheik got in trouble with Vince McMahon because he was with his heel at the time.
yes, I know the story. Tell us the story real
All
quick.
right.
Or how-
Iron
we
Sheik-
got the time. Let's have a 80s wrestling story in our anime podcast.
All right, the Iron Sheik had a feud with this one guy. I don't remember the guy's name.
Hacksaw
Jim
Jim
Duggan.
Duggan.
Yes, and they were both in the car, and they both got pulled over.
By the way, that's
and
how
they were
old
both
we
they
are.
had cocaine on them, and the only thing that Vince just got mad about, Vince McMahon, was that they're bro character and they were hanging out together.
Yeah, they broke.
He didn't
kayfabe.
give a crap about them doing cocaine and getting pulled over while driving.
Which is
To
also
be
making
fair,
me think-
only Sheik was doing cocaine. They pulled him over because Hacksaw was drinking a beer while he was driving.
Okay, so see, it makes it worse.
And they were feuding with each other at the time because one's a face and one's a heel.
Yes.
So it was like big news that they were hanging out with each other.
Maybe they were making up.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Behind the scenes.
I was
gonna kill
convinced
you.
the mom worked for WWE since she was touring.
Other wrestlers tour.
Not
She
New
could've
Japan.
Just lied.
Well,
Just
maybe
wanted to
she's
leave her kids at
independent.
home.
We're going off in a weird way. Anyway, poor Jiro
Kids
Aw.
walking up.
is beaten up every day by his sister
And
using
mom, whenever
wrestling
she was
moves
there.
on him. The first note I have for the first episode is just like it was like the most forced way to tell us that his father's dead, because it was like I almost met Dad in heaven.
Yeah.
Like that was like his third line.
Shit.
That's
So
funny.
thank you for informing us like right away.
Excellent.
So,
that
that
means
just
people are
glossed over the
about to
most
start
second
looking at
episode. It's just like,
I don't know whether they've been shot,
Well, no, his dad just passed away.
just died,
Yeah.
got sick.
Got sick.
And he goes
Stand by
to school, and of course, they have the typical Ojo-san, queen of the school. Her dad runs the school board. I'm having trouble remembering her name even.
Suzuki.
But she's called a bunch of different things throughout it by different
Kanade.
people.
Kanade.
Kanade.
Yeah.
There you go.
Tsuchimachi.
And she has a butler,
Yeah.
and everyone loves the
Kanade.
butler. Brandon, our name guys, looking at the names.
Yeah.
Subaru.
Subaru is the car, bro.
It's,
Kan-
I,
Subaru.
I remember
Or just remember Ray
her
Zero.
name.
The guy from Ray Zero?
Konoe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Konoe Subaru.
Yes.
Konoe. I know her name.
Okay, I couldn't remember the.
I mean
Ojo-san.
his name.
I just remember Jiro.
God damn it.
God damn it,
Jiro,
Tanner.
Jiro.
His name.
Her name. Their name.
Yeah, it's Suzuki.
Yeah, that's the one I couldn't remember.
It's Kana.
Kanada.
I said like. I said,
Anyway, he goes to school,
Yeah.
He goes to school. Hero has a phobia of women. I mean, no, I don't know if it's technically classified as that. It's more like an allergic reaction.
Yeah.
So it's not like he
Gynophobia,
runs away from women. It's just if he's touched by a woman, he gets a nosebleed.
Yeah, that in the description they use the word that is the fear of women. It's like gynophobia or something
Yeah.
like
So
that.
it's like
No,
that's
gynophobia.
Gynophobia. What?
No, it's gynophobia.
Oh, okay, I was like, I don't know. I've
I
never
just
heard
like
it.
saying
So
it.
it's
You're just
kind
like
of-
messing with us, boy.
that's
don't
like a kind of a weird like tropey concept of like I don't know. Like you could tackle the phobia of a different sex, like that happens in real life for both sexes
Yeah.
or any sexes. But yeah, so it was like, oh, I get a nosebleed if a girl touches me. I was like, okay, that's not necessarily phobia. But anyway, he
You're
goes.
just horny.
Well, like I just thought, like he talks about saying it's a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Well,
basically,
it's-
because he's abused daily by his family.
Yeah.
and he's all, your family must really like you. No, they don't want bloodstains on the carpet.
Yeah.
So
that line.
he's at school. He has one of his episodes. So he runs to the bathroom to an abandoned wing of the building, which is so convenient, isn't it?
Well, you
Which
forgot,
I
you
think
forgot,
is
you,
Nobody around.
you forgot him bumping into that one girl.
It's in the bathroom. I pull
Like he was
up.
running. Like he was running.
Oh, well, she didn't matter for like 4 episodes.
Well, I mean, it's funny.
He bumps into her,
What
and like
makes
you
it
can
worse?
tell she's designed enough to be unique, so she must be important.
The only
They don't meet her
dark-skinned
for like
girl.
4 or 5 episodes. I can't remember her name. She's
Cat lady.
Who?
cat,
Vitamine A?
cat ears
The cat.
Tan.
was
Oh,
blasted.
not
Naruto?
slash fic. Oh,
Naruto.
Naruto. Yes.
Naruto.
So yeah, they bumps into her, but like she doesn't matter for a while.
Okay.
So
But like
weird.
it makes it worse though.
Naruto.
It makes it-
Oh.
So he goes to
Naruto.
the convenient abandoned bathroom. He
Apollo?
opens the stall without looking.
I was gonna
And who
say,
does
though.
he see there?
The baby.
I was gonna say.
Oh no.
I think what would have caught my interest is
No.
how that turned into a that's like possessed by a haunted spirit, and it becomes a part of the main cast.
Well, there were ghosts later on out of nowhere. So
So
he opens the stall door. He sees the butler
tomatoes.
Subaru
Yeah.
going to or
The man.
about to
Butler.
go to the
Andreas.
bathroom, and we get some really classy camera shots of this.
Good anime stuff
the
right there.
whole screen just filled up with some
Kitten paintings.
art.
It is 2011 as it can get.
Alright.
Well, even it still happens now, so you can't even put a year on it.
Yeah.
So basically, Subaru gets angry at this. Then Jiro, for whatever reason, initially is just confused, thinking, "Why does this man wear women's panties?" And I'm like, it left nothing to imagine for us.
Close the door and leave.
How can you not look and see and know?
Yeah.
You know, nothing to the imagination for us, from our angle, and he's there too. So it's like, how can you be like, it's a man?
Because you gotta have that next reveal.
Yeah.
well, maybe he was too stoned to realize like, oh no.
So Subaru chases him through
Hey,
the
the
abandoned part of the
baby
school,
kid
saying, "I have to kill you now because you know the truth."
Yeah.
And they have, typical hijinks, and the frog in the glass or jar is about to fall and pour Subaru's head. Tajiro acts, and out of nowhere, her top is completely open,
Yeah.
and it wasn't before.
Nope.
And she was running around, so it would have popped open before this. And of course,
No,
you don't
it was his
you don't
hand.
have to know where exactly his hand went.
It went on,
You know where it went
went on her
if you're
shoulder,
listening
right?
to this.
But where
Not
did
her
it go?
shoulder, a bit more down.
It was
her
a-
back.
It was their.
First of all, don't bait him into saying where it went.
It was her locket.
It was,
was her
a
heart
certain
chest.
part of predominantly female anatomy, which
Belly fat.
Belly fat.
emphasized the concept of the show that Subaru is a girl pretending to be a boy.
Her heart.
Breast.
Love handle.
And I just want to say, like, I mean, I didn't read
He
it
got
that
right into her
Subaru
eye
was
socket.
a
There you
girl at
go.
first, but when Subaru was introduced, I was
fine.
like, oh, that's a girl. And then it's like, but yeah, I don't know if
And
the
you-
audience is already supposed
And
to know
you
that.
watched it dubbed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
I watched it sub just for reference.
and the dub act, I don't actually know if it was a male or female,
was a
honestly.
female.
It was a girl.
Okay,
I
'cause
looked
it
up the
sounded
dub
like it could
cast.
be just like a more feminine boy, honestly. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Well, I'm sure that
It was
was the
dubbed.
idea.
Yeah.
And I mean, like
How does she sound like in the sub?
She sounded pretty
like
good.
a woman purposely making her voice deeper.
oh,
Okay.
And most of the time,
Show.
there are a few guys who are really good at making themselves sound more like legitimately feminine, like voice actors, both seiyus and voice actors over here. But 99% of the time, I can tell,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
and you can tell it's a woman. Like for me, at least, like the whole time, like it's never in doubt. So Yeah, that happens.
Well, no, what I liked is when he actually landed on her. Like, and this happens multiple times throughout the series.
Yeah,
by the
well,
way.
that's a note later on, but like,
right, but I just like how like he lands and he just goes,
and
like, he just squeezes it.
Yeah, he's so
it's
soft.
like you're faking.
Like you know what
You
you're-
know what this is.
is.
Why would you need to do that?
Oh, it's so
now I can
soft.
imagine like going, oh my gosh, and like rubbing to try to get up, like oh my gosh, but not just
Yeah, even if
squeezing it.
like even if if it was actually another guy, if you fell on a guy like that, would you, I have to confirm. Like,
Well, what about you fat?
Is this?
what
Whoa!
is this?
You must be fat. I didn't know you were fat. I'm so sorry.
God damn, these are some good little hands.
The
Yeah,
butler's still a dude. He's just holding on his
Yeah.
fat.
Oh. Yeah, in my
What
note
is this?
for the fall down, I just in my notes I just put, "Are you kidding me?" And there's like throughout this series,
Come on, you
so
know
many different falls
it's-
that are ridiculous. Like I said when I mentioned earlier, it's like to the point of parody how often he falls down, and it's the
It's for that
stereotypical
bullcrap tension.
awkward bull crap. So I'm trying to remember because I
Didn't she
watched.
kick the crap out of him
Yeah,
after that?
yeah, they beat the crap out of him the whole
Speaking
time.
of that, like it's present through the anime, and I know it's a gimmick, but it's like, oh my god, they solve everything with violence, and that just frustrates the hell
Oh,
out
I
of
thought you
me.
were gonna say with
That's how you
sexual-
solve
just-
problems, Brandon.
It's just like the wind blows and the skirt lifts, and he happens to glance. It's like I gotta kick your face now. It's like it's not his fault that you're at his eye level and the wind happens.
But don't you get these ladies though?
Essentially.
These ladies are like.
What the hell is that?
It says peace was never an option.
tsunderes?
Wait, what?
Aren't they all tsundere?
No, they're
They act like
Some
they don't
are
like
different-
him, but they
they're different.
totally do.
trying to remember more of the first episode.
He gets tied. He knocks
I watched
out.
like the first episode like a week ago now, and I watched like
He
the
gets
first
knocked
last
out.
5.
yeah,
He
gets
faints
taken
and,
to the
and he wakes
nurse's
up.
office.
And,
Yeah,
and he wakes,
He wakes up, he's strapped down.
and then the dang, what's her name?
Kanade.
Kanade.
yeah.
Or Kana.
So, like, you know the secret.
Kanade.
Kanade.
Kind of day.
And he's like, you know the secret. And then he shows.
And she reveals that that Subaru is acting as a boy because her family has served Kanade's family for generations,
Yes.
but only as butlers. And she's an only child, so she's trying to become a butler. And she's being allowed to be a butler, but if anyone finds out, then she can't be the butler anymore.
For 3 years in high school.
Yeah, and that's kind of a set off a flag for me because it's like those like really traditional like this family has to serve this family has to do that kind of thing. Is like if there isn't a girl or if there isn't a boy, they adopt.
Yeah.
They have no problem like adopting someone, giving them the name, and they would adopt a guy and have him be a butler.
So
It's like
it's not the same thing though. I
they
would
don't
say.
care about bloodlines; they care about the name.
But this
When
family
it's just a
cares about
servant
blood.
family that's serving another family,
That's interesting.
yeah,
But not this family.
Then it's not even
They
the
care
family.
about
There's like a
bloodline.
pride
they
thing.
adopt people to like inherit, help them inherit businesses and do that all the kind of stuff all the time.
Well, yeah, not that
Adults
adopted
are
kids
more-
can't be part of the family. It's just
In
it's
Japan,
not the same
adults
bloodline,
are
if
more
you think about it that way.
adopted than children
Hmm.
because they want even like someone who's like in their 20s. Like let's say a couple runs this business and it's really successful. And they want to, it's a family thing. They don't have any kids, but they'll have like someone who's maybe they're a relative or maybe not, and they'll adopt them and they'll be already an adult, so they
Oh.
can be they're there, that kind of thing.
Interesting.
So like it wouldn't be like the end of the world to get like
You want a job?
adopt a boy
Come on.
so he can be a butler, and then
Thanks,
later on it's
Dad.
revealed that Subaru's father never wanted to be married after his mother died, so he's not going to have any more kids.
So is that what Hank would do if he never had Bobby? Come sell propane.
Oh, God.
I
I
tell you
will
what,
pass on my legacy to you.
Jiro, you want her again?
Oh, no.
Now I'm imagining Subaru's dad as Hinko.
He does have glasses.
Yeah, he does have glasses.
glasses.
So pretty much that sparks the plot of the entire thing, and like Gennady like, I'm gonna cure you of your sickness of girls if you keep the secret. And you know, she's a piece of work.
Oh, she's
I didn't like her at
fantastic.
all.
She's the main
I thought
antagonist.
I thought
She is the antagonist.
Yes,
And that's
she
all
is
right.
funny.
She's just
She's
like,
the catalyst for all the funny,
manipulative-
stupid things that happens.
and I get that the story needs someone like that, but like
Yeah.
at the same time, I wish there was more substance and likability
Oh, she's
about
the
her.
goddess of
Yeah.
chaos. You didn't know?
Like she's just doing it to do it, and it's like those kinds of characters can be it's not that those characters can't work or be done well, but she's not written enough well, and the story isn't good enough for her to be good in it.
And her dub, like, I didn't like it
Yeah.
either.
Really?
It was just
Really?
very annoying. It just made her character even more annoying. It's
Really?
like,
I'd have to look it up.
I thought
She
her
was
dub was
fine and
fine.
stuff.
Hello, Jiro.
She was like the typical Ojo kind of voice.
I thought it was fine.
like, it matched her character, but that didn't help it.
So
That's the
that's
point,
pretty
man.
much episode 1, and that's the start of his new life.
Episode 2.
Lick it. In episode 2,
Oh,
this
mother.
when it starts the very over the top edgy stuff, and it gets worse. Like when we got here in episode 2, when they have like the sequence of you can make her do anything, because like he gives him the voucher, and then he goes
Yeah.
to the sequence of lick it and lick it, and
Hey, you wanna know something funny?
Sure.
It's gonna be more itchy. But you know, she's like at the last one, she's like, "I'll lick it." Well, if you actually pay attention, like I didn't even freaking notice it. You can hear sucking noises coming out.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you. Like I heard.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
So he has that like awkward sequence, and I'm trying to remember. Like I've already started pushing this series out of my mind. Like that's how much I didn't enjoy it. But like I just remember there's a part where like she has because like she starts falling around. She's like, I got to make sure you keep my secret. I'm like, oh well.
You have no trust in me.
Blackmail.
It's kind of, and like he says
There he
something like,
is.
"Oh, your boobs got bigger,"
Yeah.
like
well,
and expected her to not react violently or angry to this.
Yeah, that
Like
one.
most of the
oh
time.
no, he said her boobs were bigger than he expected. I think.
Oh god.
That happened.
Quit showing things on your phone. The people can't see.
I wish I could play.
It
But
was
I'm afraid
porn,
of
by the way.
copyright.
I wonder what the sub sounded like for that, because the dub was hilarious.
No, it was
It was
like
weird.
more like the Japanese sound for sheep.
How they sound like.
I think it was. I can't even remember. No,
Ah.
I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, he has the voucher. He gives it to her because rich girl is making them do this.
So she says it's pretty much an apology for her.
Yes.
Because
And
like
so-
because he's getting traced
Sorry
after
about
the
that.
fan club.
Oh, yeah. And he goes on like a date with her when she's dressed as a girl.
Yeah.
They go around and annoy me because like they go to the crane machine and he gets it. She's like, "What's this?" And I'm like, "Hush." There's no fucking way you don't know what a crane machine is. You've established that you followed the girl everywhere and the girl goes everywhere. So like, don't even see. It's like selective. I don't want to say selective stupidity. It's just like selective ignorance. It's like she knows things, but like when it's convenient for her to not know things, like, oh, that'll be cute if she doesn't know what the crane machine is.
Yeah.
Like that's like,
Yeah,
So
I
should
felt the same
we-
way, but it was also kind of
No,
somewhat
no,
believable
it's
because
like
I
they're
thought
rich
she
people.
might.
They'll never see this crap.
She
before.
may have like focused so much on butler crap and servicing.
You sure she
her-
didn't know? She just didn't know what the plushie was. Like
no, because he explained like the concept of a crane machine.
Oh,
I thought that's what she was asking at first.
maybe.
Like I don't know what that plushie is, like the brand. Like she was asking that, but it's like, oh no, you put the thing in and get the crane. I was like, oh, and that she was
Well, the reason
amazed
I
by
think
it.
that's because they're rich
But-
people. And
oh,
rich people
Well,
don't
yeah,
have those
she's
things.
been at the mansion her whole life, maybe.
She
Are we
follows
gonna-
her around
But
though,
that
and
doesn't
the
mean
girl
he's
goes
gone to the
everywhere.
fair either, right?
Are we gonna bring up the
I-
fact
I
of
see
the
both
dark
sides of
cult?
Yeah.
Well, we'll get there.
Well, yeah,
On this episode, yeah.
that was the beginning episode.
So I thought that was yeah, but
The
also like
S4
Subaru has two fan
faction.
clubs basically,
Two faction.
and one is the S4, and they're like
KKK.
that was,
That's essentially how they look.
I wrote down the clan is after them. So,
Yeah.
Well,
so
they're
they
pretty
wear
much like
they wear hoods. They're like they love. It's the kind of love. Where it's like, oh, we love him so much, no one can be with him.
Yeah.
The other group is like the Observation Society, and they're just a bunch of Slash fans.
Yep.
And what do you call those people that like boy on boy relationships?
Girl
Flash?
Fujoshi.
Fujoshi.
Yes,
Yeah, because like everyone's like,
Fujoshi.
there's a question. So who's on top and who's on bottom?
yes.
Yeah.
Butcher and
they-
Cat.
Oh, and to go on a side rant about the dub of Origaru.
Or
Oh fuck.
Anyway, there are parts of that dub that aren't done particularly well, and they change things, and they have people use different names for people that they shouldn't because they don't understand the context of the relationships. But there is a Fujoshi in that, and she says she's a Fujoshi right then and there, and there's no like text. There's no like text explanation of like this is what it is. So it's like just contradiction of like, okay, why can she not? Why can they not use like their last name to address each other like they do in the original? But then because you're afraid of them confusing people in the English of it, but then she just says this, and people expect you to understand it. So it was like uneven thing, and it just pissed me off.
Yeah.
And that's a side rant. I'm sorry about
It's just
that.
about Uraru.
Yeah.
that was so good.
Or no one knows what the anime is. They might not know. I know.
It
My
doesn't
team
exist.
romantic
They might
comedy
not-
is
yeah,
wrong as I expected.
doesn't exist.
Snafu!
And I apologize for that, but that just made me think of it. So.
Anyway, yeah. There's a
his-
cult.
Yes, there are cults who like Subaru and are giving Jiro problems because he's close to Subaru now. And I remember at the end of that episode, his sister finds them hanging out with each other, and Subaru kicks her in the face, so that
Forgot
makes her
the-
love her.
You forgot the Baja part.
Yes, I was getting there.
Ticket.
He tried to figure out a way for her to do something for the ticket, and then he just randomly says, Balakashi.
Because he
That's
didn't
such a
want.
weird request.
Well, he
Like,
didn't.
the
Well,
ship
he,
was-
he
the
didn't
sheep
want. Did you not
plushie
hear
was
what he
there.
said after he said that? He's like, I wasn't trying to make her sound so demeaning. Like he was trying to do something like
Silly.
silly,
It's like,
but she didn't expect her to be like. "Bah." and then
Wow,
and then
what a
she
performance.
and then she went all psycho. She's like, "What else, Master? What else? Don't get any
became-
closer from me. My nose is about to bleed. Oh, the fountain of youth is coming out my nose.
What if it
You
was?
should play him in the live action, Ramiro.
I gotta lose weight.
No.
No, that'd be creepy as heck. They'd be like, of course she's fat.
Oh, well, no,
I
Mr.
just
Manny
don't
just
like- I
coming
just don't-
out to the opening.
I just don't like the stereotypes of like okay, I'm overweight, and like
Yeah.
I hate that. Like I know people judge me, but I hate the stereotype like fat guys are just creepy in anime conventions because
Yeah,
that's that's
I
not
know, I mean, you
stereotype.
can grab
Yeah.
a bottle of ketchup.
I know.
Like I just hate that
I
stereotype.
got attention.
You're about to get grind up by some guys too.
I mean, it's
wish I was
not
there.
just in anime; it's just in everywhere. Like, I mean,
was
shit.
weird.
In the ugly, there's a category
Where's that
of
must be
hentai called ugly bastards.
Oh.
I'm sorry, we're like missing this. 'cause
We got 3 conversations going
I'm
on.
sorry.
Sorry, poor
All right.
listeners.
All right, no, I was just talking about like fat stereotypes and like anything. Like they're always seen as creep. Like they're never like normal.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to find the people who actually are into the ugly bastards.
You say that as if you are, so.
I was looking at Tanner.
Oh.
comes
No,
nothing.
but it's just saying it's just there's a category just called ugly bastards,
Well, there isn't.
And then
and they're creepy
category-
as hell.
called
And there's a
fat creeps either.
category called NTR.
I don't know what that is, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, Carlos.
We don't need to
What
know.
is
We're not.
NTR?
We're not that kind of podcast, guys. Come on, jeez.
All right,
Let's get back to this very bad anime.
Coming soon.
It's
though.
not that
Shower
bad.
production, not safe for work.
18 plus.
We did do that
All
one
of our
panel once,
podcasts are 18
where Brandon was a
plus.
very aggressive Bakugo and making love.
Oh.
I was a little tipsy there.
That was fun though. I almost
But
lost
he-
my voice doing that though.
Because you were Bakugo.
Yeah.
It was
Okay,
bad.
but yeah, that-
wasn't it? Yeah, it was
That was the end of that episode 2. Basically, his sister finds out they're friends, quote unquote,
and murders the
Salting
teddy
and
bear.
starts liking Subaru.
And murders the teddy bear.
Again, solving things with violence, and it's like,
That's all she knows.
Murders the teddy
Um,
bear.
Wait,
yeah.
is this the pull one next?
No,
No? Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Uh,
no, actually, yes.
Is it? What do you have on episode
Yes.
Yes.
No, it wasn't. I don't
Yeah,
think-
it is.
It might be.
Yeah, because remember, it starts off with like Subaru comes in and she's all.
Oh
Jiro.
yes, because
And-
they get the whole kidnapping thing.
Yeah.
3? Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Jiro
the
came-
next
That happened in
episode,
the
they're
third
like,
episode?
that was 3.
Oh.
They're like, oh, come with us on a double date kind of
Well,
thing. with
first,
sister.
So we
sister's
walked in.
assuming that Jiro and Subaru are dating, and then the freaking what's her? I keep forgetting her name.
Who?
His sister?
Suzuki?
No,
Kanade?
the master guy, the master.
Kanade.
Kanade's all like, don't worry, he's not dating Subaru, he's dating me.
Yeah.
You can play her instead.
You want me to believe that? Well, I know about his birthmark on his side. What? So
And she freaks out.
and so I can't wait for you to be my sister-in-law. Just
funny.
call me Big Sis from now on.
So yeah, episode 3 was the pool one. They go to a
Yeah.
pool to have a double date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only few things I have written down for it is I know at one point Kennedy says I'm limited to where I can go, but no, you're not. You literally go wherever you want in this whole
She's a
series.
manipulator. She can do whatever
I know.
she
I
wants.
was just like, oh, you
She's
you
just
liar.
lied. She lied.
And then
So this whole like the drowning kid
I was
thing,
gonna say, God forbid anyone drown. Oh.
but then
shit.
like it's like literally waist deep water. Like because remember he stood up with the kid in his arm.
but that's a kid.
I know that, but like
the kid doesn't have
No.
the floaties.
yeah.
The kid.
It's a kid.
Also, bad parents
I actually thought the kid was gonna freak out and say, "What is this man doing? What are you doing?"
I know. I was expecting
I
like
was
to
like,
say,
nosebleed too.
yeah,
'Cause,
like
up to that
you
point.
pervert.
I know. I was about to like flip. Is he gonna get arrested? No.
I was like, even little girl scared
Anyway.
him. That's weird.
After saving, he kind of passes out in the
He passes
water.
out in the water, and then he
Yeah.
wakes up. He like it's for plot convenience how many times he passes out when they don't know how to end thing or go from one point to the B. He passes out, then he wakes up.
Well,
He
yeah.
passes out, he wakes up.
When did
He
he
gets
have a-
knocked out, he wakes up.
I was about to say,
Happens
when did
so
he
many
have
times
the-
in the series.
That's the
It's
point.
okay, man.
The
He-
scene
No, it's not.
transition.
When was the first near-death experience he had?
Here, I guess
Every
because he
day.
passed out in the water, and she
Yeah.
had a Subaru dragged him out, and we learned later on that Subaru did mouth to mouth, but the worst mouth to mouth I've ever seen in my life.
I
Clearly just a
know
fucking
it
kiss.
wasn't. It wasn't mouth to mouth.
She's not doing like CPR. She's just like,
No,
I'm
she
gonna kiss you.
He was sucking
So
18
then
plus.
he wakes up and
Sorry.
they get a
I'll get
cell
ASMR.
phone message, or a little kid hands him a cell
Here,
phone.
just
Oh,
take it.
this is what I'm gonna say. This is where they did the best, not the best
Which good
crossover
now?
that I did not think was possible, where they crossed over with Beastars just because of the mask.
That was
Oh,
not
my
Legoshi.
Lego
Get out of here. Have you even seen that?
No, he has not.
I just
What are
like
you
how
talking
he
about?
resembled
Have you seen
it.
it?
I've
Yes.
seen the guy around. Oh, by the way, Roy's the reason he ruined it for me.
It was
boy.
okay.
So I gotta like get the. It's
So
like
anyway, there's a kidnapping going on.
best
Yes.
crossover, by the way.
His sister and
Even though
Kanade are
Hell yeah.
presumably being kidnapped. He gets there, there's a guy in a wolf mask, beats him up a lot.
Badly.
he's like, I
Yeah.
could take your punches because my mom abused
And then
me.
Subaru
Mama raised no
comes
quitter.
and helps
I'm a
helps them
master
out because Subaru's thing was she's afraid of knives because her and Kanade were kidnapped before.
At the same place.
Yes.
That's the stupid thing about it. It's just like, Lord, how long have you been waiting to kidnap him at the same place?
But then it's all turns out to be a ruse, and
Yeah.
the guy in the mask was actually Subaru's father. And it blows my mind that the second Jiro didn't stand up. He's like, I'm charging your ass with assault. Because he should have.
Yeah, he should
He's a chicken.
Well,
Well, remember,
And
they're
then
just
he
a young
blacks out,
Japanese
he
boy.
wakes up
He
in
don't
the
know how to
mansion.
sue.
Well,
How is he going to press charges? Call the popo?
You don't know how the laws work over there in Japan.
It's a terrorist. The kidnapper.
Anyway, that's about the end of that episode. It was
They
all
don't
just-
have guns, do they?
Oh, then
Some
he
police,
wakes
Yeah,
up
I don't
in
know.
the
Maybe
in
Tom's-
the mansion, and then him and the father get into each other's throats, like dissing each other.
yeah.
And then Jiro's all like, "You're my friend, Subaru. I'll never hurt you."
I'll never
Yeah,
make you
it's
cry
friends.
again.
What-
Chino.
Stand by me.
Yeah, stand by me. You gotta play that song.
Stand by me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought he was actually going to say that verbatim to her.
I thought it was too.
But then that's pretty much the end. And then
I know.
his sister goes after
Stand with
him.
me.
Oh, stand with me.
No.
Oh yeah, his sister.
No.
She's gonna attack Jiro
He
because
messed it up.
what the heck? I forgetting her name, man.
You said
Yeah.
rich girl.
Rich girl.
Rich girl?
Rich girl
Kinda
tells her
did.
something. And Jiro jumps out the window and sees Connie and drags her. Like, you come with me. Taking you as a
Yeah.
hostage. And that's the end of that episode.
Yep.
And then the next episode starts with the calendar, right? You see? And then he's all, ramen's the best. I don't know why Konoe doesn't
I
like
think you're
ramen.
skipping an episode.
No, that's the next episode.
That's the next one.
It's not episode 4.
Yeah.
You want
it
to
is.
bet?
Matt?
It's episode like 7 or 8.
No,
The
episode 7.
birthday?
No,
No.
it's not the birthday.
You're
Different
too far
calendar.
ahead. You're skipping.
Okay, well,
He's
there's
like,
multiple
he's
calendars.
happy because it's Golden Week, and that means she's out of the house.
Golden Week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
why he was looking at the
different
calendar.
calendars.
And he's all, oh, sweet ramen. I don't know why Konoe doesn't love you of your sweet instance.
And then, of course, he gets a knock on the door, and of course, it's Subaru, and of course, he's going to be staying there.
Dressed as a cat for some
Some
reason.
reason.
Yeah.
And
I'm
of course,
kicked out of
when
my house.
and of course, when she starts doing his laundry, she goes and sniffs it.
Yeah.
And I
that was weird
I was like,
too.
no, like little,
What the heck?
little story time. When
A
that
guy
happened,
did that.
when I'm sitting there
Lord.
watching it, like, don't sniff it. She does, like, fuck. And then, like, literally, something similar happened watching the Zack Snyder Justice League. Because there's a part where it's like Aquaman like throws off his jacket and he jumps in the ocean, right? And the people on the little town basically worship him. And like the lady goes out to pick up his jacket and they're like, "Don't you sniff it?" And she slowly and like, "Don't you do it?" And then she does it.
No.
I was like, "Oh."
Dude,
But
I
at least
didn't
in
even notice that.
the anime, she didn't get to do it. She was
She
about
was
to.
just about to though.
Oh,
So I
really?
was like, "Don't sniff it." And
You
oh,
forgot
she
the
was
part- You
gonna.
forgot the part where she came in dressed like a cat. She had cat ears, a tail.
I said that.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, you missed the part that goes meow, meow.
Anyway, she got the wrong idea whenever they were done eating Robin. He's like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
And she just started jumping to conclusions.
Because she's conveniently
In
ignorant
love.
and stupid.
Well, another thing is if you're gonna lie about sniffing a boy's underwear, don't say that immediately. That's not.
I wasn't doing that.
sniffing your underwear.
Yeah. Well, that's another.
I wasn't even thinking
cliche
that.
thing.
Thanks for doing
And
my
then they
laundry.
wrestled.
They
And
did karate.
yeah, and they're in the bath with each other because
Why not?
She's
can
the
not
butler.
see, I'm your butler for the day,
Cliche.
and I have to clean your back, and it's like, and I wrote here like, how much of these things can be avoided by saying no? Like,
No.
just tell her no.
I think he did
Like,
try to
And
say
then she
no.
no.
probably kick his ass.
And it's
He
like,
wants it.
So of
Nick
course
went
they
on-
have
I think
the
he
awkward
likes
thing in the
it, and he's
bathtub.
just lying.
And then he goes-
And then his sister comes back because she was wrestling a bear and she got hurt.
And she
Yeah.
broke her arm.
That-
Broke
That's
her
the-
arm.
She
And she's like-
survived.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, probably like last week. Where you?
The
healed up
doctor
like a-
said, oh, and then she said the doctor said it'll heal in 2 weeks. Like, how long? And I looked it up. It's like, how long does a broken arm take? It's like usually between 6 or 8 weeks. And I was like, you liar. But then like literally the next line she said, I think it'll take like 3 days, like last time.
Yeah.
So it's like they're establishing that they're just fucking superhuman.
She is. Because I mean, the bear didn't survive.
Oh no, didn't he win? Or did he
I
kill
mean,
him?
No, she
broke
did that. I think it was
her
a
arm, but-
draw.
It was a
Uh,
draw,
He
but
reached inside.
I
of his
feel like the
mouth and
bear
pulled
won because he came home with the broken arm.
So of course, because the door was open at the bath for 3 seconds and he got a little cold, then he gets sick.
You forgot the part where she fainted because she saw Subaru naked in the bathtub.
Oh yeah, because he got get in the water.
Because she broke in because she
Oh,
Oh
thought-
yeah, did you forget about the one
Pair
where
of
she was questioning?
underwear?
He's like, "Why is there women underwear here?
Oh
Let
yeah.
me get in there!"
I have a fetish.
It's like that Andre meme, like, "Let me in, let me in."
Like that's just
I don't know
story.
why
That's
that's any of
that's
her
what I
business.
remember from the episode. It's like another cliche of he gets sick because he was
And then
exposed to a brisk wind
oh
for 3
wait,
seconds.
she's only there because she got kicked out.
He
I
is a
forgot
feral
about mentioning
boy.
that. Forgot to mention that she only won over there because she got kicked out of the match
He's
because her and her dad were
ramen.
fighting.
Oh yes.
He's not healthy.
And then the
Oh, then
Connie comes in. He's all,
I'm gonna beat a
join
maid.
the- I want to beat a maid. I'm going to join.
I
And that's
want
what
an
made me-
apartment
that
complex.
out of the whole episode, the only thing that made me laugh is I was like, I'll do my fair share of work. Just let me know what you want me to do. And he's like, get out.
I was
and the
Stand
challenges.
A challenge
So-
Butler and Madoff.
Yeah, it's-
oh
Like,
gosh.
That was weird.
When she tries to feed him like a bird,
Yeah. That was
that's like the kind of case where it's like no, there's no one thinks like that.
Yeah.
Like
But-
And then when
Okay.
Silver was gonna do it, then he just blacks out, and then Sister's freaking out.
Here's
They're
the
like,
thing.
did he just faint?
oh yeah.
He
So
never
you said
fainted.
it came from a light novel, right?
Yeah.
So this
Um,
person, whoever's writing this, and the same people who
You want
made
me
the
to pull it
anime
up for
too-
you and read an archive or something?
No.
No, I'm just saying it's like they're thinking about the most ridiculous things you can think of.
They're thinking of what is super
Or
cliche and
they
and
genuinely
they
like
hope
that.
will sell. That's what it is.
Nobody likes that.
There are people who like it.
Feed me like a birdie.
There you go.
Want me to eat your nuggets and spit them into your throat?
If you were a sexy age, maybe.
And then
Oh, he's thinking he's not
Well,
looking-
no, she didn't chew it up. She like had it in her mouth and like brought it to him.
I think I remember she chewing it.
Are we talking about
No,
Silver?
that or Subaru did that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kanade just had it in her mouth
Yeah.
and gave it to him.
Oh
like
yeah,
a
she
Pocky
just,
almost.
It's like
Yeah.
an apple, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like an
They
apple.
sliced
or-
up an apple.
Yeah.
So pretty much they have like a contest of trying to like
Who's the
make him
better
feel better
Yeah.
because he got sick. And of course Subaru messes up because
He doesn't
she
know.
does.
He don't know how to take. She don't know how to take care of a person.
That's what you like, Frank.
Oh,
So like he Subaru like runs away and they're like, oh, we gotta go get her, and of course he's like, oh, I'm sick. You know, it's the fastest cold of all time.
yeah.
He is that bad
it's
after.
hereditary like his dad.
Oh.
And then
It just
but his
dies.
sister was like, is Big Brother gonna die?
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to be alone.
It's like it's just like Dad all over again.
Mhm.
Like,
I don't want to be alone.
I thought it would be funny if she would have said, "Now I'm gonna practice my wrestling moves on."
And then they have like the thing with Subaru's dad by like the river, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't remember much of that other than
Pretty much saying that it's
He's blaming
Connie
him.
wanted Jiro to apologize to him so they can so he can just end it. Subaru and can be all happy with him and shit, and then
What you did to my daughter.
they couldn't fight. Then
I'll kill you.
well, before that, Subaru was trying to take care of Jiro when he was sick with all these remedies. They just made it more worse. So eat my chili soup.
But yeah,
You hear the taser.
pretty much they have an argument, and he's like, "Oh, you know, that's your dad. You should like we could get back together kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then he faints.
Yes. Again.
And she starts crying. Like, no, I gotta. Oh no! If I said I wouldn't make her cry again.
And
It's like
Yeah.
you gotta stop. We gotta take her to the hospital. Get out of my way.
And then the next episode starts. Well, Jiro, you had a heart
I was
attack.
not expecting the stupid kiss at the end.
Oh,
Was it the end of episode 4?
which kiss?
well, what
Between
kind
the rich girl and
of Jiro
Uh,
kiss?
Not yet.
No, I think it's episode 5.
was it?
Not yet, because they were out and about. They were doing something.
Yeah,
it was
I know what you're talking about, but it's getting jumbled in my head.
Yeah, same.
I guess we'll just move on to episode 5.
Or we get introduced to another character.
Another character.
Moped girl.
Masamune.
Yes.
Masamune.
Masamune,
I just
think
the
of her-
legendary samurai.
Usami.
Oh,
Usami.
I just know her as
Usami.
boot lady because she's the only character that wears high boots like right here
Oh,
to the waist.
Usami Masamune.
those aren't boots.
Usami.
You mean leggings?
No, like well, she has heels on them when they go up here.
They're all one piece?
Yes.
Okay.
Look at her legs. Look at her snapshot of her
I
legs.
got-
Oh,
look at
you're
her.
looking at pictures.
Of Usami?
Yeah.
What's her? Let me see how you spell it. I want to look him up.
So he almost gets run over by her
Oh,
in a
yeah.
moped.
Just
Her
Let me see.
glasses get
Is it full
his
body?
glasses get
He's looking
conveniently
it up.
stuck on her
garter belt, maybe?
no, it was
The
like
boots. It was the boots. I'm telling you, it's the boots.
I don't.
Her legging?
Those are boots. That's weird.
Let me see.
I told you.
But like they're really high boots, so
Yeah,
they,
stuck on boots.
they get
The
caught
boots.
on her thigh.
Yeah.
But he makes it sound
and
like
yet he can still see it, even though they've established he has bad eyesight.
But he
I
makes
want
it
to
seem
want
like
people to see it.
he make it seem like I'm gonna touch you.
I want
I-
the thing between your legs.
Yeah.
That right there.
And why can't you just say,
Under
I
the
need my
skirt.
glasses? It's like, I need that thing in between your legs. It's like, come on.
Because the,
Yeah, that's the thing.
I
I watched the
know
second
it's a
time. I
little
was
thing.
like, yeah, bro, you kind of effed up yourself. And she's all, well, I
Oh,
was
we
trying
gotta
to
get
put
it
the
for him
moves on.
now.
I was all, you made it sound like you were putting the moves on.
Why don't
I
you
mean,
go
you
try
gotta
to
invest
somebody
on
else
his
in real
birthday
life?
present now.
Hey, man,
I want that thing
I want
between
that
your
thing between your legs.
Give it to me.
All right. See it?
And what if she does?
Or this.
Anyway, yeah, it of course she beats him up, and Subaru, I believe, finds him in the middle of the street. Instead of taking him to the hospital, she takes him to the nurse's office at the high school.
Yeah, that's the best.
So
way
I'm
to
just like,
take him.
wow. And I'll give it the show credit for one thing. Like usually
No adults?
in animes that have like the nurse office scenes, nurse is never there. Never explained why. This one actually bothered to explain why the nurse isn't there. That's because the
That's
rich
not
girl
the-
is paying her money to leave.
Fat stack.
So I'm like, okay,
Fat
at least
Like the
thank
first-
you
What
for
if
giving
somebody
me that.
dies while she's on the job, though?
Like the first
Does it
episode.
matter?
Oh, I paid her in stack.
I slapped her. I slapped
Like,
If it's
what
something
if
bad
they
enough to die
kill
from.
him? Like, what if they're into some really weird?
If
sick
it's something
fetish
bad
stuff?
enough to like die from, there's not much the nurse could
And they
have
tie him up and
done.
cut him up or something.
At least it's not a JoJo's
She's
Yeah,
not-
diet.
anyway, we learn a bit about Usamami?
Usami.
Usamin.
Usamine. She's another person who likes Subaru.
Who's part of the
Yeah.
S4.
She's part of the S4, and she pretty much goes to Jiro and says, "Look, pretend to be my boyfriend for the festival, and I'll get them off your back for
But
it."
he
And I
already
got this
promised,
photo,
He
too.
promised Konoe that
Yes,
he would go with her.
But then she also has that photo too of her cross dressing.
Yep.
yes.
Well, not literally cross dressing, like
But
being
what everyone
herself.
thinks is cross dressing.
Also,
Yeah, they're kind
the
of
thing of note, like he says no to her so easily, especially in the beginning, compared to like every other girl he's talked to in this whole series.
Because she's a jerk.
He can say no. They're all jerks to
I mean,
him.
that's
They
fair.
all beat him.
That's-
She's like
she's kind of worse in some
no,
ways.
I actually like her more than the others. Cause like I don't know, it's like
Because you feel bad for her. Because she got no friends.
she's got no
No
friends.
one likes
she's
her.
poor.
She's like you.
She's a loner.
like you.
Well, I'd rather be like her than any of the other girls.
Nah, man. You want to be Jiro.
Like, I don't want to be. No, I don't want to be him either because he's dumb too.
I just didn't like her because I don't like that concept that like Carlos was talking about earlier. That like blackmail.
No,
It's just
yeah.
like it's just so annoying. It's
I
like,
know, but like I can see, like, but I make like I don't know. For her actions kind of make more sense. Like I'm doing this because I really wanted to do this, and I feel lonely.
I feel like that's what they're all kind of.
But like
it's
she
fair,
wanted,
but it's like still not justified.
Jiro's
but
kind
the
of.
only most justified thing in the whole series.
No, the show is literally let's mess with Jiro in every single way that we possibly can. Like Jiro just wants to live his life.
You want to know what Tanner's favorite character was?
Hmm.
Whenever Jiro's friend was cross dressing as that nurse.
Oh,
That was him?
Yes.
I was wondering who that was.
Yeah,
He
they're
was
starting the
having
school
fun.
festival in episode 5.
And then I for some reason
That's pretty much all that I can remember from episode 5.
Well, the war wasn't
pretty
even a
much
war.
so I just watched it this morning again. So pretty much like after that the festival, so Subaru sees them, Konoe sees them talking, and then he's all, well, that's my girlfriend taking her on a date, and like punches Jiro because like we were supposed to go,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, but that's all he had to say was like, "Look, I promised
yeah, but
him
then
I'd go with
They
him."
can't communicate.
and then
Yes,
and then they
that's
start and they
what makes
start
these things
and the
go.
next day starts. Well, I think that's the end of that episode actually.
Yeah. Because the next episode is all the
I know, and then
festival
that
shenanigans.
kiss happens too.
Yes, the rich girl kisses
Kissing
him.
him. And it says that's Subaru was my first love, and that was my first kiss.
Uh-huh.
And he's all like, Subaru might be my first love, but doesn't mean there's not
You're
more to
my
come.
second.
And then the
But I
beginning
don't
of the sixth one's pretty much the school festival starts,
Yeah.
and then like shows
You're
Jiro
jumping
walking
around.
away. Like everyone's all the girls are like say, oh Subaru.
Oh, there's going to be a
Because
war
they're both
between the
hanging on
two
him.
factions
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
like Subaru.
How did that
and
work? We don't know yet.
Pretty much like
Well, so pretty much
he goes on like a date with Usumi around the festival,
and then
but then like it's clear that he doesn't care about her because the second anyone else shows up, they're sitting there and she's like, "Well, if you're bored with me, go with them." He's like, "Okay."
because Subaru's trying to ruin it too. That's
Yeah.
And they go to Konoe's class. That's an animal cafe. Oh, that sheep too. He books into the sheep. He's like, here you go. You remember that?
I love the silent lamb.
Uh,
I like the reference.
And then
I was waiting for a
finds out about the
Hannibal
sheep, and the
reference.
sheep's all, you like my manga?
oh yeah, it's bad.
And then he's like, she's lying to you. She probably power. She got no power in the S4. I'm the leader of the other clan.
Why is she Southern?
that's how it was.
Oh, she's Southern in the dub.
No,
No.
Because they do that.
Hey, hey, we're southeastern New Mexico. We're southern the United States. I can sound southern if I
Oh my
want.
god. But yeah, like they pretty much have like a falling out of Usumi, and they're gonna have the war between the factions. They go there to where the battle is taking place.
Oh wait,
It's in the gym.
Oh no, it's funny. This
What?
part made me laugh. Is all like they're telling the president because like that the girl in the sheep was the president. Is like, take us to where they are, and then like it shows one of the S4 go up there, the Klansman up there. It turns out to be Rich Girl, and then he's all. General's like, you gotta be kidding me!
Yeah.
Well,
That
no,
gets him
I just-
caught.
I just think it's so funny that I guess they just paid all the teachers to stay away from the gym for that little moment so they could have their little bloodbath.
I-
It wasn't gonna be a bloodbath.
I think that's supposed to be like a secret, like in the abandoned part of the school or something.
Because
Because like so many.
There could be an old gym and
Or
a
I
new
wouldn't be
gym.
surprised if Kanade didn't just pay.
Well, then they have.
It was funny
they
that
decide
she was
to
the
have-
head of the freaking
They
clan.
decide to have the battle as a quiz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why anyone accepts that because, assumedly, if she's been the leader of S4 all this time, why would you accept her making the quiz questions?
She's been manipulating.
But she
them,
said she was
too.
the MC. She
Well,
never
that
said,
doesn't.
she never said she was part of the group. She just said she was part of the MC.
So she just
I
wore the
thought-
thing to mess
yeah,
with
yeah.
people?
I thought she was the leader.
No. She was just the.
Oh, okay.
And the final question, Subaru
Oh, no,
answers question correctly. And it's like, who was Subaru's first kiss? And of course, Subaru's like the only one that knows.
Yeah.
And it was Zero because
And
she
she-
did terrible CPR
And he's all.
with
"Here's the
impossible
footage."
camera angles
I
when
know.
they showed the footage.
We have footage. It's like, what?
Like, how?
It's like, who's
It
filming
should be
that?
like some way far away. I could accept that, but no, it's like a perfect angle from like right in
And
the
then,
face.
You sure it's not in the GoPro in the water?
Yeah.
They weren't just right there, just like.
and then what made me laugh was
Zoom
like
in, high
the
4K.
questions are like, Konoe was getting. I mean, she was getting mad about the questions. Like, damn it, these questions are about me, and I don't even know it. Well, they're not really about you. They're just things that you did. Like,
Yeah, it's
it's,
things that are associated with Subaru.
it's all like it's all Subaru got punched yesterday, and who's the person that sold it to her? Him. And then what is it?
Subaru has a birthday. What year?
And
what
then
year
like, and
did
then, like
Pearl Harbor have?
Jiro goes up and confesses. He's all, I'm in love with rich girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that to.
So you saw the S4.
Everything's a lie. They're all liars.
And then she's all, I'm sorry, I think you're cute and everything, but that's all you be is just a nice, cute guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, after like the roast guy. He was just getting roasted after roast.
Turns him down, neglects, or not neglects, but yeah,
Sorry,
rejects him.
hero, but you're the king of the pervs.
That's all I can remember from that episode.
And then
Well-
and then
I think she goes out
Yeah, and then the dance happens, and then Konoe comes out, and it's all like
Oh yeah.
tells what's the girl's name with the boots again?
Usami.
Usami's like, you can have my brother for one dance. It's all, and Jiro's like, I like how you use me as property, man.
Like, this is my friend Usami. You should be friends with Subaru too. Everyone will be friends.
Free.
And then episode starts with Jiro walking on the sidewalk.
I thought you were gonna say it's gonna start with an orgy.
Oh,
Next
no.
episode.
Wasn't he drugged in this one?
Wasn't he?
Was this the one where they
Just like
go?
he walked home, was walking home, and like, oh, it's Subaru's outside of his house. Like, oh, drink this if you're hot, and then they drug him.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was funny.
And my
Oh,
first
you know.
note from this episode is, why does he tolerate these people?
yeah.
Because
Like,
I mean, would you want? Have you seen his friend before? It's practically an upgrade, man.
That's right,
And
you
his
them
friends were like,
fat
you know,
stacks.
remember, he's all like, bro, I think you're gay. Because man, remember when we used to be in middle, like younger, when we used to
Kurose,
look at,
I think is.
we used to look at magazines and have naked women and think of our wives like that, all loud and crap.
I
You didn't
know.
say
And all the
anything?
girls are all like, "You're creepy."
And then he's all, my nose.
So
The
he's
nosebleed. Oh.
drugged. He wakes up in an inn with rich girl.
Yes.
Turns out
in
she has-
bed.
Turns out she has, quote, run away from home. But here's the thing: how the hell do you run away from home when you're paying for this inn with the money from mom and dad?
She
Can't they
lied
check your
again.
purchase history?
And then later on, it's the inn says, "Oh, well, they're on like Subaru's side because that was the crux of the thing." And it's like, no. Why would you choose the child's side when you're gonna lose the parents' business?
No, she
That's the
said
whole
they were
thing.
getting married.
And the parents don't want them to do it. And the fabricated thing, she's like, "Oh, we're eloping," but my parents don't want me to. And then was like, "Okay, why would the inn side with her when it's the parents they have a business with?
I don't know.
That would generally hurt them.
The
That was
parents don't
dumb."
exist.
Maybe it's just a lie.
Should have had better excuse.
Yeah.
I guess that's another thing.
Like daddy doesn't know where she is.
Is the
at all
next
times.
episode the birthday?
Dad's
No.
in the joke the whole time.
The birthday's
Oh, you
episode 10. We're on 7.
we forgot the whole explanation of his name too. Remember, he has that flashback in the couple back episodes where he sees his dad in hospital. He's like, "Your name needs to stand by."
It's
Oh.
Sakamachi. It's chicken.
You stand by people.
His name is Stupid
Chicken.
Chicken.
Stupid
according to
Chicken.
Usamin.
Stupid chicken.
Maka Chicken, it's you. You're a dumb chicken.
You're chicken.
Jiro.
What the?
So they have
Like a gasp.
the typical inn shenanigans, and that's all I can remember from that episode.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
that,
but, like-
that was not very.
Okay,
I'm gonna rewatch
can
it
I go
again
ahead and
and
say I
say-
kind of want Jiro and Subaru to get together?
Well, read the line out. Well, they might.
I mean, that's fine for you, but I don't care about any of these people.
You don't have to, but,
You
like,
gotta care about someone. You don't
But
care
I
about
like
his best friend.
No, what was he? He's literally just the guy to be the other guy in the class.
It doesn't even have a picture on the character list.
I'm supposed one.
That's who you should cosplay as.
What?
That's
Just the,
I mean, I could
the
get
blank
the sideburns
photo.
and crap, and what be like this, and you dressed as Jiro, and I'd be like, Jiro. It'd be allowed at the con and the convention. Be like, Jiro, remember the time we used to look at half naked women in magazines and decide one of them to pick whoever's wives or whoever
And you just gonna say that the whole con or what?
Yes.
at our paddles? Yes.
On that note, you were saying, I like
Yeah.
Usamin better than
You
any.
can, but like I
So
don't
it's like-
feel it.
I don't feel it with any of them. It's just I like her better as
Can
a
you feel it,
person.
Mr. Gray?
They're all just.
But
don't
she
like her?
actually, I think, likes him. She likes Jiro. I think they all do, but like, I don't know. It's been kind of pushed from the beginning.
No, the turns out
Well,
he gets
that
up with the
doesn't
maid.
mean it's good.
I don't know.
But
I like
we're not gonna have a discussion about ships in fucking Mayo Chiki.
Why not?
Why
not?
Because I already don't care enough about it.
That's the point.
More than
That's
half
the
of
only
us
reason I
probably have
care
opinions.
about it.
Okay. Anyway, what was
Okay,
the-
episode 8 is all the hot spring BS.
Oh, the
the hot spring
Yes,
episode.
her dad is like sleeping in a tent outside the inn, but he comes inside to take a bath in the thing. So it's like, why are you sleeping outside then? Like you're already going in there, like
Yeah.
existing there. So
I'm a
it's like, what?
butler. I'm a butler.
He wants to go. Subaru wants to go visit her mother's grave, and
Yeah.
for whatever reason, Jiro feels he's entitled to inject himself into something so private.
Yeah.
And when the father is coming down, like, no, that's like my wife's grave's over there. I don't want you going over there. He's like, but that's my friend. I'm like, his wife's grave trumps that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pretty
Why
much.
not Jiro chicken?
And then the rich girl comes by. It's like, oh, well, let him go.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
or I want you to go do something for me.
Chicken sandwich.
And then of course all the other gangs show up. The Fujishi girl, his sister,
Yeah.
Usumi. They get drunk on carbonated water, which is another stupid cliche. And
Yeah.
Maybe they had a sense
where they
around
can
the
get,
dub.
they can get drunk from non-existent things.
Well, I mean, have you seen a freshman at a party who just gets water and says it's vodka?
That's faking. They're faking.
It's called placebo effects, my brother.
They're not really drunk. They're just pretending.
Another note I have around this episode is he must have brain damage from all the times he's passed out or been knocked out.
Yeah.
Because like it just, and not even just like from his condition of like, you know, oh, I touched a girl, that kind of thing. Like he's been like physically knocked out, all these kind of things. It's like he has to have had a concussion. Like no wonder he's like so out of it. And then like the super was like, oh, I wanted to introduce you to my mom, and this is the grave.
Because you're my first friend.
You're my first friend ever.
Ever.
And then they're sitting there watching the fireworks, and she's like, oh, I don't want to be just friends. And he's like, what? And she's like, nothing.
End of episode.
No, you know what ending?
Communicate.
You know what that ending reminded me of? This one anime I watched too. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever watched it.
All you gotta say.
Okay, what's that? What was it called? It's pretty much I can't remember the name. It's pretty much like this high schooler's a manga artist, and like this girl likes the dude, but didn't know he was a manga artist because like when he first goes up to him, he's like,
Oh, no.
Oh,
it was,
right.
Tsumi monthly something.
Monthly Girl, something.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
name.
because I
That's
just
the name,
started
Monthly
watching
Girl.
that actually.
Okay, that's nothing more.
Are you watching it?
I mean, I'm like 2 episodes in, I think.
No, but like I'll spoil it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
don't spoil it. That's another one that's always been on my list. I can never get
Well,
to.
I'm spoiling it for you. I don't care. After this off, I'm gonna be like, you want to know what happens? Jesus appears. It's like, rapture's happening.
Jesus appears. He starts working on the manga.
We gotta make this better.
It's still in hell.
But yeah, that's how that episode just like ends. And then next episode's like, I
Is
feel
that
like
the
I'm
birthday?
flying. No, almost there.
Oh,
The freaking birthday.
the birthday.
It's when they're at
the.
he goes. He's,
like
when he
episode eight.
primarily works at the maid cafe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
I like the name of the cafe. I thought it was like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
What's the name?
Made in heaven.
Made in heaven.
Ah,
Why'd you make one?
Let's go.
Let's
Oh,
go. Let's call it. Let's pull up.
Okay,
Oh,
so this might
the
be pointing
baby
out something
cafe.
that's like weird,
It
but
did.
like one of the like in between like commercial like the panel things, it was like some of the people who worked at the maid cafe, and they had freaking bulges in their panties, and I was like, is it ever gonna like imply that they are dudes or
See,
something?
that's what
But
makes me
like,
think that. Like in
I know
the
what
nine
you're talking about. The
Yeah,
eye catcher.
That's what I'm saying. Like in the 9 level, I feel like there's more detail into things.
I know that
You never know. It could be this one scenario.
wonder
Like,
it was
Girl,
just
get
very
my secret.
tight.
yeah, I just,
Not
it
a
just felt
thing?
like weird. I don't know. It was
And
just
just
weirdly
the art?
shaped. I was like, are
hey,
they?
God.
those things exist in Japan, man. Cross dressing
Yeah.
cafes.
I thought you were going to say bulge cafe.
I hope whenever
the bulge.
I really
Got jazz music.
You know what? Why shouldn't we do that? Why shouldn't we go like the next con we go to? We just run in Bulge Cafe.
Oh, no.
But no, I mean, what everyone did not expect. There's jazz music playing, and it's just some guy saying, "Welcome to the bowl."
We just need to find a bunch of women who are willing to show a bulge.
Well,
no, it's just
beyond the bulges, the typical.
Sorry, I had to bring that up.
He has to get on the mic and just.
Welcome to the bulge.
Welcome to the bowl. Hope you enjoy your night.
You know, we all gotta
That'll be the title of a panel we run that's about animes like this.
welcome to the bulge.
It'll be like this. Welcome to the show productions, the panel, also known as the boss.
Welcome
Now
to
I feel like I just have to look at that image, Brandon, and investigate the size of the bulge.
I'm sorry. It's like I was watching the anime and
you
playing
do that.
a video game.
Carlos, you do that as I try to correct this derailed train.
So is there a proper
Wait,
term
which one
for,
are we
like,
on? I
those
forgot what episode we're
images,
on.
like
Eye catcher.
eye catcher? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, just go on.
Some of the
cafe.
dub for the eye catchers was ridiculous. Like,
Oh yeah,
Well, they always
this
say,
is
like,
the best
something
angle
weird.
for small boobs.
Yes.
Things
Okay,
out-
which
those are
one
nice
are we
legs.
on
Oh, those are not legs.
I know. I was like, what the
Nine.
fuck?
Nine, okay. So I gotta search up.
Yeah.
If you just look at the like,
I
episode
enjoyed
nine,
the
like,
eye
it's my
catchers. I
favorite
thought they were
find
funny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's like
Oh.
it added to it. And
So we're gonna make
So
one for this.
basically,
We gotta make one for this.
the cliche cafe stuff happens.
Yes.
Usumi works there. she asked him to go there, and at this point, it's like this is where I felt like he's starting to lead her on, because like, how can you not do it? Because like, she's like, oh, I'll do your homework for you and just come on here. Like, at this point, she's pretty much paying him to hang out with her. Like, how can you not get it?
It's sad.
And
I'm sad.
so, oh, you're my friend, and it's like they have typical, like I said, typical cafe stuff. They have the
So they had the guy that had a bulge.
Hmm.
Sorry, I was thinking of another anime. That I was thinking, okay.
He's obsessed with the bowl.
Oh, okay.
oh, and Subaru gets roped into being a butler at another cafe.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
kind of funny. Oh, sorry, you're late. It's
Because
like,
Subaru
what if
can't
the other guy
say
shows
no,
up?
sorry, it's not me. Like
Yeah.
whatever.
No, because I just remember another anime, like, it's more mature. Like, it was like more, and like, all the characters
You
work
remember
at
a
it.
lot of animes.
Yes. Well, I own this anime on DVD too.
Okay.
What?
It's called My Girlfriend. My first girlfriend was a gal.
Oh, I thought you said Mayo Chiki.
No.
My first girlfriend had a
Oh,
bowl.
gee.
Well, that's what it's called.
Okay.
But like, no, they all work at a maid cafe. Sorry to derail, but they all work at that cafe. And this one guy's like, "Oops, I spilled my drink," and it's like, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay." And he's like, "Oh, I got one right here. It spilled right here," and his pants had a bulge too. No one's not listening. Everyone's on their phones. Just like, you know.
We're all looking for the bulge, okay?
All right.
Because I gotta know.
No.
We're all looking.
Hey. Okay. So then after that, it's Tanner's favorite episode, the birthday. Tell us what you thought about that, Tanner.
There, I sent it to everybody.
We're talking about the
In the
birthday
group?
now?
Yeah, we're
What?
talking.
Because the site I found it on was not a good site to look at. So I'm gonna...
Yeah, that bulge.
No, wait. Ah!
It's just very.
Is it though?
It's a bulge.
It's tight.
It's
Is it though?
Okay, hold on. I could explain.
No.
Explain, Mr. Bulge.
No,
The
no,
bulge.
they can't. We're not posting this image, guys.
Let's
Okay.
bulge.
Let's bulge.
You know how we upload
Let's
it to YouTube? By the way, I have a picture for it. Do you want that to be the picture?
Oh no!
No, anyway, just to derail, can we just talk about the birthday episode
Birthday!
now?
Happy
Well,
birthday!
finally to the birthday.
Hey, let Tanner explain since you want.
Okay.
No, I just
No, go.
I remember it.
Come on,
Episode
let's
8.
go. Let's go. Come on.
It's
No,
episode
not-
10.
Anyway, she wakes up and she's like, my birthday.
With the
All
bulge.
right, brother, I'm gonna go. He's like, that's it.
They
Like,
have a bulge.
no,
Jeez.
I'm done with that.
Okay.
We're done.
We're a classy podcast, I
That
promise,
concept.
guys.
All right, we'll be
That's a lot.
clapping.
It comes in play when you're talking about an anime.
We do rail real
The
fast.
idea, the concept.
Well, that's the whole point of podcast. Is
Try
She
keeping-
goes.
Try all the
It's
conversations
Rayhan's
with tomorrow.
birthday.
Yes, it's Correa's birthday. It won't be ruined by the bulge.
Okay, I'm done with it. Don't bring it up no more.
Okay, I'm not. Anyway, so Correa goes out with all of her friends.
And
Well, they're all of Jiro's abusers, but it's
It's the-
fine.
it's
They're-
the
Well, they're all
Yeah.
collectively
Yeah.
his abusers because
The
she abuses them
fan
too.
club.
that's
They
the
all
club, the
go-
abuser club.
They go to Usamine's house where they have a nice cooked meal because Usamine's also very awesome, and we should be friends with her,
And
possibly more. And they get
What you
her glasses. Did we talk about Naruku?
If she's a
Naruku?
Fujoshi, she's into glasses.
Yes,
She has
She
glasses like
becomes
crazy.
the Kureha's
Yes.
and Uzumi's friend.
Well, she's also wearing cat ears all the time too.
Yes.
It's a bit much, but yeah, they get her glasses. They perform the boy love novel in front of Kureha that she
Mhm.
likes, and to the point where they're like, Narunaku is about to kiss Usamine, like just straight up. And I thought that was like, wait, we're really doing this? And he was just like, yes, do it for the performance. It's for Kureha's birthday. See, these people are all manipulative.
Yeah. I will say this is probably like one of the better episodes.
And they didn't do it. Yeah.
The birthday
I
episode.
think her episode was the swimming pool one.
I'm sure.
Then they go to the maid cafe. They have a birthday there.
Yeah.
Everything's good. They find out more about like, oh, my brother's been at all of my birthdays and I love him so much.
Where's he at now?
I know. The whole episode was like, my God. Meanwhile, he's at home. He's like, oh,
Cup ramen.
cup ramen.
Cup of ramen.
God.
Oh, you've also forgot the rich girl has the video game club make a video game in her day.
Yes, but they didn't play it till later. But yes,
Well, that happened, but her
They did.
going there to make them make it.
Yeah.
that was-
yes, and they make pretty good.
I
video
know. I was like, my
games.
God,
You guys shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
you are like already like professionals if you can pump that out in a
Well, who
day.
dubbed the voices?
I know, right? It's them. I was
They, like
how'd you
sentence
do this?
mix, like random, like did they just go record Jiro doing
Yeah.
stuff and just that'd be funny. Just like sentence mix everything that they're saying. Like, ha ha ha!
Oh.
I want your pantsuit.
So she gets home finally.
Yeah.
And she thinks, oh, nothing's gonna happen. He forgot, and of course he
Well,
did.
he forgot the year before.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
kind of sucky, and she like
he went to
beat
a
the shit out of him
concert?
for it.
Right?
Yeah, he went to an Idol concert, and like
Yeah.
he forgot, and he came home, and he's like, look at this
Look at the
shirt,
shirt.
it's priceless, and he just like so oblivious, and then she like beats the shit out of him and rips it up, rips it into pieces,
Can't
and it's like,
communicate.
you know what? I'm sorry, I forgot your birthday, but is this called for?
I know everyone solves everything with
Oh.
violence.
I forgot to mention this, but 2
I
episodes
wanna
ago,
meet Daddy.
for the festival thing, when it's like Subaru wins like best like whatever. Like,
Oh
best
my
things like
gosh,
that.
the freaking
And they have like
paint contest.
the paint gun contest.
Shoot everyone.
And the only thing that stuck out
That
in
pissed me
my
off.
mind is Kureha. There's a point where she's on the ground and she's stripped naked, and he just leaves her there.
That was
It's like
dumb.
your sister's been stripped naked, and you leave her there.
That was weird. Yes, the
Yeah.
kitty girl. I'm just gonna call her that because I don't. It's hard to pronounce her name.
I just go round.
But yeah, the dumb
Never
thing
be.
about the paintball fight, since we're going back, that was so stupid. Like everyone's your enemy. If you want to kiss her, shoot them. So they walk up. It's like, don't shoot us. It's like, what do you got? You can't do shit now. So then I just shoot. Like she's stripping everybody. Just shoot her. She's out of the game. Like
You'd
why are
think.
y'all wasting with time with this?
Yeah.
Like, of course, Kanade wins, and it's like, I can't let you win. No, but that's what you should have done the whole time, and this would have been over. I don't know why the hell this cat lady's out here tripping people,
Yeah. That was
getting drunk on, I guess,
The thought.
White Claw.
Carbonated.
Carbonated.
That's what it was in the sub. Like, it's carbonated rubber. They're like,
It's like that one with the girl whenever they
Here
go
we
around
go.
the machine.
It's just bleach.
So then we got what?
back to the end
Tied.
of the episode 10, which is the birthday. Basically, she comes home and there's a big.
Yes.
She calls it a white dog.
It's a polar
But
bear.
it's a
yeah, it's a
bear.
polar bear.
But I'm glad he didn't forget. I thought he was gonna get the crap eaten out of him.
I knew he wasn't gonna forget. It was all leading you up to think he forgot, but he didn't.
I know with all the
Uh,
depressing
What's the
and
wrong?
like flashbacks.
It's okay. I will.
It's okay.
And that's the end of that episode. It's like, oh, I love you, big brother, and then she beats the crap out of him.
Yeah.
I know that made me laugh. I mean, I sent them a gif of like Brock Lesnar getting all bashful and then doing a suplex on somebody. It's just like, oh, happy birthday. Like, damn it, can you not?
Right.
For one.
Okay, episode 11, and
Are we already there?
Yeah.
Episode
the
Dang!
birthday was episode 10.
Oh my gosh.
What happened in episode 11? Did you just forget?
I can't remember all the
No,
things
the
exactly
comments.
because I just have my notes here that are just tidbits what I thought at the time. The first thing is stop all the hijinks, but I think there's just too much of that anyway. The anime cliche of being in public places but always being alone somehow. That happens a lot in this episode. But the only thing I really remember of this episode is the rich girl started doing the hiccup thing.
Oh, yeah, because the episode's actually called Hick.
Yes. And it was just weird because she starts doing it in class and then he covers for her.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you helping this girl who does nothing but hurt you?
Yeah.
Like, of all of them, she's the worst.
Well,
for
it's the
this.
hiccups. It started to affect him. It's why he said he wanted to hug her.
So in the sub, was it like
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
was it hiccups or was it her going like because she in the dub it was like a cat sound?
She did knee.
Yeah.
New.
Yeah.
Mew.
And it's like, this is thing. When I start doing it, people fall in love with me. And there was a riot last
Yeah.
time.
That
They had
was
to call the
hilarious,
riot
too.
police.
It's
I was
like,
like,
that's just bull crap. Don't touch the cheek.
I also put how many times can people fall down because that happened a lot more in this episode.
Well, isn't
Yeah.
this the one where she like is about to go down the stairs?
Oh
Yeah.
no, that's what I meant. Like that's part of it.
Oh my god. Okay, so
So essentially,
I've already seen another.
Oh, I know. I was kind of like
and
getting
she's like going backwards down the stairs, and I swear to God, you
She
better
was
not fall.
hopping backwards
And
too.
like
wasn't
she
she?
just went, boom. It's like, no.
it's like I knew it was like a romantic comedy / live anime, but yeah, seeing another. I was
But
just
then it's like they
oh,
always
God.
have to have like,
Oh,
oh,
God, no.
now we're getting serious, you know. But it's
no
like,
spoilers for another, by the way.
yeah.
That's in the beginning though.
anyway, the rich
That's
girl.
the famous clip death ever.
That's not the very beginning, but the
Anyway.
We got the hands. We got
sorry
the
if it hurt your
hands.
ears.
yeah, we're having a slap fest right now.
Let's go.
Basically, the rich girl gets hurt, she sprains her ankle. She's failed as a butler, so she's being relieved as a butler, and that's the end of the episode.
Get
Episode
lost.
12.
Yeah, that was sad.
They go back to the end, and basically she's gonna go. Well, they go back to the inn, and they're staying there because she doesn't know what to do, and he's there, I guess, to be moral support because what's school or anything, he just goes
Yeah.
wherever. And they're sitting across from each other instead of like having some kind of meaningful thing. Like, okay, this is like It's episode 12, and I had the feeling like, oh, I feel like this will be the end, and 13 will be like a blow off
You'd
OVA.
think it would actually
Like this
conclude
is the
with something.
time when it's going to be a little bit serious. Like they're going to have like a serious conversation, like normal human beings, and not this cliche thing. And it went super, super all the way perv.
Yeah,
and I
My
wrote
cup
down,
of tea. Practically.
and it's like, why do you expect me to take this seriously when you're not gonna? That was my initial reaction with it. I was just like, this was a time for it to get a little serious, and then you just show the most nudity you've shown the whole time
So you're saying this is
Yeah.
out of
Yeah, no,
nowhere.
that was
So-
for no reason.
Trying to
What you're
catfish you,
telling me-
trying to reel you in.
No, once
What you're
again,
telling me
Ramiro
is-
has proven that there's nudity in his series.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
This one didn't freak me out. because
I knew there was gonna be nudity.
it was kind of just like, okay, I see what you're doing here, but
Yeah.
there was full on nipple
So
again.
you
Okay.
Again.
You act like you guys die every time you see it. You
so
guys
what
are
you're
like,
saying
oh,
is
the innocent
this was their
man's gonna
opportunity
die.
to inject
Oh,
some
You're slowly
sweet,
killing it
Yeah.
off.
sweet baby Jesus.
They had a chance to have a little substance, and they didn't. So after he
Yeah.
has his like pervy flashes, then she like crawls over to his bed, invades his personal space. He doesn't like it. He's like, oh, don't do that, and then she gets mad at him. And I'm like, you are not.
Let's do it.
You aren't people.
Sleep
And
together.
I know the idea of fiction is for it to not exactly reflect real life,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's supposed to be slice of life. It has to be
You
somewhat
know,
grounded,
Mhm.
and you have to actually care about them. And at that point, I really didn't,
You know
and they
what?
didn't make me care anymore.
Well, not to mention,
and I
the
was just like,
gynophobia hasn't
That's-
gotten any better at all.
well, he just like powered through it more. It still happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
thinking,
kind of
Brad?
weird.
At the
it's
end,
like a mental
coming
thing.
to this, I'm realizing you would not like Rent a Girlfriend, bro. I feel like you wouldn't.
From just the memes, I feel like it'd be better though.
But no, but like there's so much shit that that guy can like just simply like it could be all avoided if you would just say no too.
Well, that's like all I know about it is that the main character is dumb.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, I'm just like I'm telling you, anything that's like anything.
But I have to give it a try to know.
No, you're avoiding this. You ain't watching it. Read the manga.
You're not
Oh,
allowed.
okay. So basically, they
So
reach,
essentially, you're
they
gatekeeping.
reach a conclusion that she's gonna go back to school, but she'll be her like alternate. Oh, I'm a girl identity.
Yeah.
Of what was her name? Like Poon Yuri. I was like Poo Yuri. It was something like that. Like that's what it made me think of.
I mean,
oh
it
my
is
God.
community, but,
Purnuru.
No, but like,
but the way you said it, I'm like,
Right?
but no, what I'm saying, what sorry,
Sorry for
she's
that.
clearly a girl.
But to derail off
In
of
the
that,
name.
I'm just saying, I'm not gatekeeping. I'm just saying I don't want him playing and ruin another anime I really enjoy.
I don't ruin it.
He said that you can have your opinions heard.
No, but he ruins
You can
it.
enjoy
He
it.
makes me think.
So anyway, she starts going to school as like an actual girl, but under another identity. And
Yeah.
they put her in a lower
No, she
grade
did
for
that
some
earlier.
reason. Well, yeah, because
But
they
I
had.
don't know how people don't just. I mean, even Usamin was like, "What the heck? Everybody
she-
should know who this is."
Well, she's like that's Subaru, but she still can't put two and two together as a girl. It's just you
Yeah.
can
They're
tell
all dumb.
not
she's-
stupid, but
she's smarter than everyone else, but
yes,
not
but
all
she's
the
still
way.
not quite there.
They're all
yet.
drinking carbonated water.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, doesn't she like feed her like a dish that has wine in it, and so she starts stripping on the top of the
Yeah.
roof?
That
Yeah.
I thought she gave her
I was
an aphrodisiac.
I know, I
It's
thought it
it's
was like
time,
Something like more serious.
Let's go.
But anyway, she starts pretending to be a girl, or she is a girl. She starts being another person, and she's in a grade lower than she was. So I don't know why they put her there. But anyway, she's like, "Oh, I'm not really into this. Like, this isn't the real me
This
kind
isn't
of
my
thing."
life because it's not like I
Because-
was trained my whole life.
Because her whole
for my
existence is
purpose.
being a butler, which
So
is
if I'm not,
pretty
I
dang
can't
sad
function.
when you think about it. So
Yeah.
Jiro finds the S4 club who hate him because Subaru-sama left because of you. He's like, well, I'm going to work with me to bring her back. So
Going
they
around here, boy.
sign pensions so that Subaru can come back as a butler.
Which I don't know how. Like, he could still say no.
I know he should have said no. Like, see, I hate when like it's supposed to be like the prestigious, generational family, and then like they give in to peer pressure from things.
From the
Like,
commoners.
how'd you get
Well,
anywhere?
maybe it's just
From the
okay. I see
From the
that the
peasants.
effect of this butler is obviously good because a lot of people think that he should be there.
Yeah.
Well, what if she just paid everybody off?
Well, all the money comes from him.
I know.
It's not her money.
But how much
No,
money she
yeah.
got?
Well,
later?
technically.
Everybody
a lot.
gets paid
So
pay everybody a
story-wise,
dollar.
But anyway, like eventually
I would.
Yen, Xian Yen.
They bring her- Subaru comes back as the butler, People are happy. There's a part where because the rich girl is still hurt because her ankle is sprained. There's a part
Yeah.
where she's like, "Oh, you got to help me around."
Yeah, because she didn't have a butler anymore.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
wouldn't you think the dad would take over?
You-
Why the
No,
heck
he's
is she-
above that. But he should have sent her dad. But maybe they don't want. Maybe they don't want just a random adult going around. And that goes back to like the problem with the whole idea of it.
How the
Like,
heck is she supposed to get around? She just hobble.
that goes along with the whole
No, she
like
goes
weird
like-
idea about it. It's like, okay, you can't be a butler, just be a maid. It's damn near the same thing.
She got
Like,
maids.
And how many
But it's
instances?
because they're freaking weird about
I
it.
know it's like sometimes the traditions are just really stupid, and they're stupid for going by them. But it's like, how many instances of other anime have you seen? Like, oh, this is my personal maid, and they follow around everywhere. And they do
Yeah.
exactly the same thing. So it's
Yeah.
like, why can't you just be a maid?
They should
no
just
reason
have
why.
a generational servant.
Yeah,
family.
it's just like,
That
well, if
would
you have a
solve
boy,
that
it's a butler.
problem.
If it's a girl, it's a maid. There you go.
You'd think they'd get over
No,
that.
we
but-
can't. Because we're Japanese.
Because they have that like in the most recent thing I can think of is Kage-sama, where they have like the family that's always served this family, and it's like the only reason gender matters if it's like they're the same gender because they want them to be with each other all the time.
Yeah.
The name she was under.
Yuru. Poon Yuru.
Sounds like
Sorry, I
Poon.
said the other thing.
Funyuru.
But that's what it's
Sounds
made me
like-
go.
Poon.
It sounds like
But anyway, there's a part where he's carrying the rich girl down the stairs, and it's a stereotypical of like,
oh, Chiro.
this attractive girl is attractive. It's like, oh, she's so light, her boobs are so big, and I was
I
like,
like being treated like a princess.
what? This has been established. Why? Like, we know he knows.
Well, no.
You
it's
would look
just-
at her and know.
I think he's just, even though, like, he's got the gynophobia, and he's like, I can't be around a girl, but now he's actually getting to, like,
Hold one.
you know,
Like he's
yeah,
touched,
this
he's
is
done
alright.
more already before that.
I
But
know,
that's
but,
all like under his like.
I think
Assumption.
everybody doesn't
Because at
everybody
this
do
time,
that?
he's
Oh,
like, I
because
don't
it was
like-
on purpose, I guess.
Well, like
Maybe.
he never really had feelings. He's like growing feelings. Like, oh shit.
His feels
So,
drops her.
oh, God.
What if he just? I wish
So-
that'd be funny. He's like holding her, and just goes, just squirts all over her. The blood,
The blood.
the
From
blood
his
from his
nose.
nose, guy. Let's not go anywhere else.
Just
So the end of the episode, and essentially the end of the series, he sees Subaru just as a girl
Yeah.
at like the park, and they're like, "Oh, hey," and all, "Hey."
Well, no, she texts him to come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she it's like, "I want to thank you," and she said, "I want to thank you as a woman or as a girl." She said one of them.
Yeah.
But then I
I
was,
want to do what I
and it
can.
has to be
a
as
woman.
kiss, and I was just like it made me think like, okay, it's like, I want to thank you as a woman, and the only one way I can thank you as a woman is if it's sexual. So I was just like, go wonder
I can
how great
grade you.
you said you linked. Oh, women means
Yeah.
I help you get off. Basically, it's like the implication of that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh boy.
But they hug it out.
Yes.
No, she kisses him.
Yeah.
And they hug it out.
Yes. So I
And
was
his
like,
nose
Cheek,
goes-
and it's not mutual love.
how? Like that's the thing. Like,
Weird,
there's no. It's not up for debate. Like
Freaking Kanadi's in the background going, kiss him.
Yeah, he-
And I'm kind of like,
he
oh,
wants her, so
Same
it's like,
thing.
and they want each other, so it's like, there's no
want
conflict
each other
anymore. Yes, they do.
But they don't know how to say it.
It's
And
like
they don't
Bob's
know
dead,
how to-
Teenagers.
Oh, come on.
It's just, but that's basically how it ends, and it's just like, well, there you go.
I know they're
Yeah.
teenagers.
If you
but it's like,
cared
grow up.
about them, I'm sure it made you
Grow
feel
some
good. I
balls.
did not care about them, so I didn't care.
I like
I
those
can't feel
two. Those
good
are the
'cause
ones
they're
I
not
ship.
together yet. They haven't admitted.
Get out of here.
Don't do it.
Oh my
But
God.
they're
All right, so
And then episode
13.
Episode 13.
Episode 13.
No, I liked it.
episode
You liked the
13.
glue on her face, didn't you?
The plot of episode 13 is boobs is boobs.
Yeah.
Boobs.
That's what it is.
But it's just funny. She's like, I wonder why guys like me. And
You know when you said that, I
He's
just thought of
the
that
booba.
Mr. Incredible.
The booba.
But then, like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just like the ending of that episode. It's just like,
Kitty girl, I like you.
you're
Can we go
beautiful the
out?
way you are. And
No, I don't know what love is yet. Okay.
And the only other thing I remember about the episode is that, like,
Boobs are boobs.
Kureha and Uzumi were, like, cosplaying at, like, the convention.
That was funny.
So that was, I think one of them was from, like, Lucky Star. And the
Yeah,
other one was Camphor from Camphor and Sins. I've never seen that one, but I just know it.
Well, they were at like a Dojinshi
Yeah.
convention.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily that. It was like, it was just like that. It was,
Light
it was a convention
novels, stuff like that.
where people sell their stuff.
No. Okay.
And the
Yeah.
only other thing I remember is when they're
Wow,
sitting there
sure.
helping her make the books, and
That's
Utsumi
Brandon
squirts
being there.
glue all over her face,
Did you hear that?
and I was just like, "Oh, how clever you think you are!"
No, I mean
literal-
it was literally just like,
and it's like,
and she just sits
That's-
there with the deadest look on her face, and I'm like,
and she's like, she knows. It's like she knows that's what this writer has made her.
I wish there was like a laugh track in the background at that point.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that? Make it.
And I was
You know how
just
you made a A and B for school days? You know how you made an A and B of school days? Now you should do that with this one.
I've not
Laugh
made
track
any
and a
such
boot
thing.
track.
So I was just like, oh, poor Usami.
I'm curious,
and that was
though, like,
like-
was that part of the light novel, or was that just something they added?
That's just something they added.
no, I don't know for sure. It might be in part of the
Well,
light
the
novel,
reason I asked this is
and they
that,
just stuck it on.
at that point in time, you know, of course, I guess today I just watched it. I just can't imagine the people that were sitting in the room talking about this specific part that they were going to do. And it's like, oh my God, wouldn't it be great if we splattered white goo all over her face? Pretended it was semen? That's exactly what we need.
only,
We need
like-
it to imply that it's semen.
It could be
The
worse.
only,
I
like,
didn't see it
worst-
on
It
her
could be
face.
worse. I mean, have you seen Monster Musume?
A little bit.
That
The whole popsicle thing?
Yes, that's unnecessary.
And then, ice cream all over my face. Oh.
But I'm saying it's
Like
like,
the only like part in anime that I can remember recently, at least in my head, that got almost as bad is no one here has seen it, but it's an anime called Ari Ferretti.
Never heard of it.
Oh, I thought you were like, bitch.
I didn't even-
And in that one, there's just a point where like she's a bunny girl and like they're fighting like some slime thing, and it's just like it's all over her face and it gets in her mouth and it's white,
Oh.
and it's like, and it's freeze frames on her like for comedy, quote
I
unquote.
thought you were going to say comedy.
Okay. There you go. It was comedy. So that happened, and I was just like I couldn't believe it then. Like I took a picture of it. I think I sent it in the group chat, and this was like a year ago now, plus now. But yeah, when those do that, it's like if you're 12, I'm sure you giggled, but like
Call me a child.
when you get older, you just gotta. There has to be a bit more thought behind it, and that's all.
I mean,
would
if the
say.
plot of a show is just like, I'm the coom monster. I used to be a normal man. I worked a job, and now I turned into the coom. Just like, oh no. I'm just saying, it'd just be freaking.
The
Just,
great and
that'd
mighty
be such a
Claw.
weird plot. It's just like, help me come back.
Well, you tell
Guys,
me.
you
I
want
want to
another
be
random
normal again.
random sidetrack?
Sure.
Do you guys remember that show, Heroes of Cosplay?
Yes.
Wasn't that next or that
It
sci-fi?
was on Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty much like it followed cosplayers and like them like deciding what they're gonna do
Don't
and
they
then
participate
processing
in
them.
masquerades?
Yeah,
Or
and
whatever
people
it's
got
called.
mad at those because like the people from that show would enter masquerades and like the people for Sci-Fi would tell the judges to pick them.
oh,
So like that was part of the controversy, and so people started like a ban for that or like boycotting that show.
Yeah.
So I watched the first season and I was like, this is okay. It was like a cool little thing. I wasn't that too into it. But like the second season, like the first season was all women, but like second season they got some guy cosplayers. So like, yeah, that's cool. And like the first thing he did was in the second Silent Hill movie, when there's a part when like there's a bunch of like mannequins, like there's a mannequin monster that's like limbs and heads and all that. He tried to cosplay that.
oh.
And all it was he was like painted white and like a bald cap and like he made like limbs and heads to like stick out of him. So it was just like when you say coon monster, that's what I'm imagining. Because like he needed help to like get through doors, and because he was so like the things were sticking out of him,
Yeah.
so like he had to have like wiggle things through, and like at the end of the day, he just looked like an art piece instead of a cosplay. Because like they put like a side by side of him like all the time. All the other ones are like, oh, it's like a video game character or an anime character, and like you can see it. And this one is just like, dude, it's like the CG mannequin thing, and
the
like
coon
coon
monster.
Speaking of that, there was I was watching. I actually remember that show. There was one cosplay I thought was so amazing. It wasn't even from the main guy. This guy made like a full on Isaac Clarke from Dead Space actual suit. Like he got
A functional one.
A functional one. He got the lights right there. Got the back, the spine all light up and
Did he
everything.
get the plasma
Plasma
cutter?
gun,
Oh, nice.
like all light up and stuff. And I was all, that motherfucker won. Then that one. I was like, yeah, he better win.
Well, I think we've said just about everything we can about poor little Mayu Chiki.
That's Matt's top 10 right now.
No.
That is top 10.
Top
But I
10
didn't say top
worst.
10 of what though?
So I
No.
think we're gonna give like some final thoughts or maybe rankings. I don't know. Remember how we do it? Do we like do 5 stars?
I
Uh,
thought we wanna do
yeah,
5
we
or
did 5.
10.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do 5.
Fine.
yeah.
So Ramiro.
No, you go first.
No, you go first.
No, you go
No,
first. You
no,
picked
no.
it.
Carlos goes first.
No.
I haven't heard stuff from him, man. Let me hear him.
No, you go first.
You're the one
Alright.
who's Jet 5.
Bulge out of 5. I'll give it 3 bangers out of 5. I'm just kidding. No,
I'm unsatisfied. I'm gonna do 2.
I didn't even finish my. Go ahead. Go ahead. Cut me
What
off.
else
Of
we gonna
course,
say?
of course, the
I thought we were giving our rating.
Yeah, and then like your general thoughts.
Oh,
He
Your
gave
rating.
3 bangers, okay? There
Well,
you
you
go.
know what you think. You love it.
I love it. I don't care
Well,
what
what's your
you think of
rating?
it. I give it a 3 point. I just give it a 3.
I give it a 3 with 4 fingers.
I went like this. I mean, it's
What's that?
Yeah, it's 3.
a 3. But I mean, I just like it because it's what I like. I'm telling you, my taste is trash. It's not. It should not. It should not be.
No, I
it should not-
understand why you
My
like
opinion
it.
shouldn't matter.
It
I'm
is
just-
a fun, silly. Don't take it seriously. Serious.
and that's the
for
kind of guy.
us.
That's the kind of guy
Well,
I
I
am.
can't speak for all of us, but I'm sure the
Are you
general
speaking for all of us?
Well, I
the
mean,
general consensus is that we like more serious things.
Well, like, okay,
so
but-
when things go too far out of the ordinary and too far out of the range
what?
of logic, and it's just we know it's just pandering, it's kind of just like
you know what? That's why I don't like One
shoots
Piece that
itself
much.
in the foot.
Because I want it to be too serious, and I'm like, it's not serious enough. I cannot get
It has a clear divide between.
But
the
no,
fun
but what
and
I'm
the serious.
saying is like I'm expecting the One Piece to be serious.
It is.
Okay,
But every time I watch Luffy goes, oh no, look at me, look at me, a boy, like how the hell can you compare?
It's bravado.
Oh, look at me!
Look at me! What gear?
Okay, first of all,
I'm Chiki to One Piece.
Again, sorry for your ears if you're listening to this and it hurts. We're almost there, Carlos. You can do it.
okay, but you know what? You know what I mean.
I'm going to say, boy. I'm coming.
Okay, let's move it on.
Okay, Tanner, your
Tanner,
turn.
what is
Tell
your
us what you
rating?
think.
I mean, kind of nail on the head. Like for me, it's just I had to give it a 2. I enjoyed it, like not taking it seriously, but like my ship isn't happening.
You want to find the ending
Not
for you?
yet.
If it is,
No.
See, this
It's
is where
just-
crack ship is invented.
I'd at least like them to communicate and like talk, but I guess that's the whole point is that they.
Have you ever seen
can't
Baka and Tess?
don't. No,
you were never like that.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I. You can't
I
say
just
that.
remembered that.
Oh, because okay, the main character.
Shh, maybe I'll watch it.
Well, no, it's obvious in the beginning. It's not a spoiler. It's obvious that these 2 girls like him. And he knows he likes them back, but he doesn't know that they like him back. But everyone else knows that they like each other.
That's the gimmick then.
See, but those kind of shows, like, to give an example of where I think it works as a comedy, and I enjoyed it a lot more, is
Have you
the
seen
anime called Gamers.
Gamers is good.
Gamers does that, but I feel like just it acknowledges like how crazy and ridiculous itself is better,
That guns in there.
and it's a lot more enjoyable that way.
You remember when I watched it? We were like, "Look, guns in there! I see gun."
Oh.
It's an Xbox game. It came out on Xbox PS2. It's like it was an American game. I was like, American game and a Japanese anime. Never thought I'd see the day. And then Amano, was that his name? Amano, right? The main guy.
Yes.
Yeah, he's funny, man. It's just
So Brandon's next.
Harry Potter out of 5.
I'd
See,
say
you got me back. You took over.
a 2.5 out of 5.
Whoa.
What?
Gives you the 0.5?
Because I can do that on Anime Planet. So.
Oh.
Yeah,
Bing.
2.5.
But
another
it's
point.
because it's in between like where it's like it's okay because it fits in most of my genres that I like, but because it's more not serious and like there's annoying things like the weird like the first several episodes are very homophobic almost just because it's like how dare a man like a man is the vibe it gives, and then
No. I disagree with that because I think it's more, like I said, the girls just don't want him to be with anybody.
I mean that's fair, but it
It's
comes
just-
off as
it's just his
homophobic.
it's just his friend who's homophobic.
And plus,
Yeah.
like, his sister wasn't necessarily against it. She just kind of freaked out. It was like,
Would-
Jiro, you want to be with a boy?
Yeah,
And
well,
it-
she
and
gets more
you
used
want
to
to be
it.
with a hot
Like,
boy that I want to be with?
in the dub, she does say in like one of the later episodes, she's like, "I'm okay with that," but then like in the earlier episodes, no one ever explains that they're okay with it. But
I
it
think
just,
the show acknowledging it is kind of being okay with it.
I mean, that's fair. It just,
unless
the
it's just like, boy,
vibe.
love it.
It's
But
just his
Trash.
friend.
I mean, the
It's a-
whole.
Yeah.
What's her kitty face? kitty face.
Yeah.
Kitty's book sold out.
Yeah. Oh, and she doesn't get introduced until like the later episodes when everyone's
Well,
more
You're
clear
saying
on
at
it.
first.
At first, yeah, it could
Yes,
seem.
I can agree with that.
Counter that kind of thing. Like selling BL stuff isn't necessarily like
Societal.
it's not being like accepting of gays. It's more like the fetishing
Ooh.
of gays.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Like he.
There's a difference between like someone saying I'm gay and like being okay and being like I'm gay and it's like, oh, I'm gonna ship you with people. Like then it's not necessarily accepting.
That's fair. Yeah.
All right.
Well, besides the first episodes of that, and like everyone's solving things with violence, but I know it's a gimmick. But yeah, it's like it was okay. Other than that,
Yeah, it's very
Alright,
aggressive. What, you're gonna give it a 5? What was yours?
5 out of 5.
3.
Is it 3? You gonna give it a 5?
A noose.
Did you really make a noose? You're gonna hang
He
it?
made a little noose out of like the tablecloth here.
Gonna
But
castrate
actual,
yourself?
here's my rating.
0.
Yeah. No. I need the numbers.
Okay, you get a noose.
Oh wait. Well, if you're gonna give it a 0, you have to
0.5.
explain
You didn't
it
enjoy
hard
it
at
at
all.
all.
Here you
Not
go.
one bit.
There. A
You gave it a 10.
You give it a 10, bro.
No, I give it a 2. The only thing that saved it was the bulge.
No, but really, you didn't enjoy that at all.
It's like
It doesn't have to be your cup of tea.
it.
Well, like I mean, you kind of.
Okay, first of all, it was hard enough to get out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, a little bit. But I
And
don't know. I've
second,
seen other
it
anime
was
like
okay. Again, it's like it's one of those where you watch it dub and you are like, sometimes the voice don't match.
I
And I was
That's your biggest complaint about every anime. I swear.
no, some of them do it right, but I'm just saying I was expecting since it wasn't dub in Texas, I was expecting like a real hard Southern accent.
They say Food Wars,
Yeah, like Food Wars.
Megami's family. Oh,
Well, that
Megami.
makes sense.
I know it makes sense, but they didn't.
I do have problems with the Food Wars dub, but that part of it makes sense.
Megami. You are the best cook here.
But
we gotta
no,
send
it's
you
like-
to the big city.
It's not Southern. I don't know what the hell.
all right. Here I go.
But the same thing with
Mega
Mega
Man.
Like they had an opportunity to give it the substance it needed. in
You
the
know
last
how to
episode,
cook
but they
well
decided
for
to go
the small
full
folks.
blown.
I sound more
Just
urban.
throw
Carlos is
substance out
giving
the
his
window and
opinion.
give them the biggest fan service they want.
Mm.
Carlos,
I
I
feel
feel
like
like shorten what you just said again. You got the Southern boy over here.
Okay, essentially, it's like I agree with the point. It's like in the 12th episode, they could have gave it substance, like
Yes.
give it like a little more.
I agree. They should have put a little bit more serious, like
Yeah,
let's communicate a little more. Like
let's actually communicate and not beat the crap out of this guy.
That
Yeah.
makes it funny. Boy, like that puppet show that Crunk used to watch. This he's a bulk. Why do you think of that? Violence, a bulk.
they're puppets, not people.
Those are
Yeah, have
cartoon
you,
fictional
said your
characters,
piece,
not
Carl?
people.
Yeah.
2 out of 5 is the rating, and I include the news because that's what I'm gonna do after this.
No, no.
No.
Well, I don't want you to do that, so get rid of the noose.
I
Hey,
think
we're
it's
watching.
tight.
We're watching something.
It's a noose too
Can we
tight.
announce what we're watching next?
Uh-oh.
No way. Do you
We
give
kind
us
of
your-
already have.
Like, I think
You didn't
we
give us your
did.
rating.
Well, I haven't even gotten to talk yet. I was waiting
I
for
know,
Carlos was
I
done.
was
I'm
gonna
done.
say wait till
Okay.
the
I
next
said my
one
piece.
to do what you got to do. Okay.
So, I think anyone listening to this knows that I didn't particularly care for it.
Rating.
10 out of 10.
1 out of 5.
You're the lowest.
Yeah.
See, it's
Because
like,
I've seen shows like this, and I've seen what it does done better with more effort.
and more
This
substance.
is just like they had the basic gimmick, they have the basic archetypes, the basic things happen,
Remember Hagenai?
and there's. I do.
Still on the cliffhanger. Still wait for season 3.
Oh,
But did it tickle your fancy?
no, it did not tickle anything.
Did it not make you feel?
I had to get myself through it.
Oh,
So it's like
oh.
that kind of thing.
Oh.
So now when someone asks you what's the anime you're watching, you're gonna be like, this one. Not Golden Times. Not anymore.
That was the
I
one
just
that
like
was
Golden-
recommended.
I
was
just like
Time.
Golden Time for different reasons.
Yes, it's not trying to be.
Did you
gimmick.
just pretty much summed it up as they just needed like rent money? They just put it together.
Oh yeah, that was a joke I made.
That
All
sounds
right.
interesting.
So we're
So
done.
1 out
We'll
of
get our
5?
2 cents.
I think we've
2
all said what we want to say. Is there anything else we want to add before?
Yeah,
we
I
close?
feel like I couldn't give it the 1 because then this guy would be hounding me is like, explain it detail by detail. So I'm like, I'm gonna let Matt give it the rating if he wanted to.
Matt, explain it detail to detail.
But no,
I think we have. We've
We
been
did.
talking about
We
it
got
for
it.
what? Like
All
an
right,
hour and a
well,
half now?
tell us what the
No,
next
almost
anime we're gonna watch. I know
Yeah,
we said it earlier.
let's
But just
refresh
explain
their
your
memory of what
memories.
we're gonna watch.
We're gonna watch Evo
Bulge.
Proxy next.
What year did it came out?
Ergo,
I
yeah.
can't remember.
Ergo
Is
Pro.
it like early 2000s?
It's like
He'll have the info next show.
Brandon is on the phone looking.
This is
They'll tell
gonna
us.
be a
Brandon,
psychological thriller
Infoman.
/ cyberpunk / adventure. I
How do
looked
you-
up the genres.
I thought you haven't seen it.
No, I looked them up just to see what it's
2006.
Okay, so it's older than some, but like I don't mind that.
Who's the studio?
Ghibli.
I would love to say that.
Isn't there blood in
I have to
this?
go into the wiki.
I think
I
there's
swear to God,
blood
this-
in this.
Yeah, if you
Studio
can't find it, it's fine.
It sounds like
Studio
one of those.
Trigger.
It's like kind of. It sounds like Elfen Lied to me.
Monglobe?
I don't know who that
Mongoloid?
is. You know what that is?
They don't even
Okay.
have a Wikipedia. I can't even click it.
Wow.
Just Google it. Copy and paste it.
There might have been a
The
small one that was
government's
like
hiding it.
absorbed in another one.
Yeah.
Absorbed.
Well,
Like the blob?
I think we've exhausted the topic and have gone off the rails enough. So we're gonna keep making episodes until we can't anymore. Hopefully there won't be another gap.
What's that?
so when
What
is
page
this one
for,
gonna
Brandon?
come out?
They created Samurai Champloo.
What?
When's this one gonna come out?
But they,
I
guess,
don't know.
went into bankruptcy.
Oh,
Oh,
ooh,
I guess we can talk about this next time. But yeah, Samurai Champloo and Ergo
Pox,
Proxy.
Proxy.
Yeah, those are their original shows.
Oh. So
Well, if this comes out in May, we'll see you in June.
maybe
Don't say.
Oh well. I mean,
hopefully
yeah.
the next episode will come out in May, and this one the end of April.
If some boy can get to work.
So we'll see.
Hey,
you
he does a lot.
Is that
Yeah,
gonna be
you
our
go.
line?
That's
in
why-
April?
And I want to give a round of applause for our boy Tanner, because without him, we couldn't do any of this.
Yes.
Yeah,
not
Tanner.
yet.
Give him a follow on Twitter.
Us too, please.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, Dante.
Follow us on Instagram too.
Follow us on
They don't need to know me
Instagram,
yet.
Twitter,
Watch him on.
I want to keep it secret.
Facebook. The odds are you can find us if you look it up, or if you listen.
You
to
might
this
be able to
on-
find
And
me.
our boy Brandon
YouTube.
Chapman over here at the streets.
We're
too.
everywhere. We
Read his
all our
books.
socials are linked there.
And so-
and
that-
yeah, if you have a suggestion or if you want one of us to die or anything like that, just comment on one of our videos
or
and
critique us.
review
like-
us if you can.
Okay, you know what? Eventually, we're gonna have. Once we get big enough, we gotta do the whole vote someone out thing.
real?
Once we get
no,
big
that's
enough.
like it's like you're trying to like make problems in the group already, man.
No, it's funny.
Yeah,
It's
The
like,
next episode will
like,
not have.
like, let's say Brandon suggested an anime, and look, and unfortunately, they voted to vote him off of one.
I can't even review it.
No, we all know it's gonna be you, Carlos. I'm gonna organize
No,
it.
no,
We're gonna
miss.
vote you out.
You're our Suzuki. I can't even say your name. You're our Kanade. You're the manipulator. You're the one who put this on the table in the first place.
Where's my money?
Oh, very funny.
Coming.
They don't have money either.
Oh, you should.
Hey, don't talk
oh.
about your financial problems, bro.
We still haven't done the punishment
What's his punishment?
for the Royal Rumble.
10 lashes.
No,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no punishment. What are you talking
Well,
about?
I'm waiting. It's gonna be secret. You won't know.
You already sent my number to robot callers, so I've been getting texts about
Well-
motor drugs for weeks.
And on that note, I think we're gonna sign off.
Yeah, good idea.
I am Matt.
I'm Ramiro.
I'm Tanner.
I'm Brandon.
I'm dead.
And we are the Shaw Productions, and this is the Shaw Productions Anime Podcast. And thank you for listening to us.
Thank
Buenas
you.
noches.